I'm ready, dude. Oh man, I didn't do my tiger cosplay for this.
Oh, we're gonna
do my hair
this opportunity.
Do your long, luscious locks.
Yeah, I messed up, dude.
I miss your long, luscious locks.
I know, dude. I look good when I had
we're
long
live.
hair.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talkin' Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, episode 48. Snowbody's perfect. The duel between Tiger and Asana. The last, honestly, couple of minutes of this episode was crazy. There was a little bit of a delay with our typical subtitle process, and that's mainly because the raw of the episode, so the episode unsubbed, there was a little bit of a backlog with that, so that's why the episode came out a little later. So because of that, I just didn't have enough time to get a review out, so this is going to kind of count as a review. I might still do a review for tomorrow, but for those wondering why I did not do a review for the episode, that is the reason why, but big thanks to Entame and her team for subbing, of course. And we have a jam-packed episode. We're not only talking all things Tiger Asana, but we're talking kind of kooky stuff that happened at the end of this episode. We are doing another buy, sell, hold. That'll be in the first part of this. And then, of course, we are going to read some lovely comments and donations from you guys in the chat. And then we are going to transition to the Romin Roa duel coming up in 49. I don't know who I'm going to be rooting for, but, it's going to be a fun discussion, and I can't wait for that one.
This guy.
Cal, Nick T, Pete, blessed to have you all, and thank you for coming as always.
Always happy to be
Thanks
here.
for having me.
Yeah, you guys rock.
Yeah, man. Good to be back.
How you guys doing? Good. Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, we got the squad.
The squad.
Yes.
Big squad.
Yeah, the full
Oh,
squad.
I don't know if we should have just that.
Personally, I'm doing pretty good. My allergies are not as bad as they were.
Hell yeah.
Good.
They're not keeping me, and I have my voice, so.
Good.
For now.
For now.
And you're doing good, Nick T?
They're doing great, dude.
Good.
It's been a good week.
Look good, feel good, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Pete, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I know the two of you both finished Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes.
All right, you had to bring that up like right away.
I mean, well, a lot has changed since the last time we were live,
Yeah.
so
Nick T in 4 days has the whole thing. I've watched 4 episodes
in 4 months. So that's,
It-
Okay,
Caliber,
it's been like a month.
Caliber was ahead of all.
oh, I know.
So
I know. It's fascinating.
Dude, I was the dark horse in this race.
No,
and
you
I-
were.
were.
As soon as you opened it up, it was done. It was
So,
done for.
I want to thank all of you guys for, again, making us a part of your Wednesday night, the most watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's podcast live stream in the world.
Woo!
And that is all thanks to you guys, so we are, of course, super appreciative of that. I want to thank everyone who donated last week. Obviously, the donations help out tremendously. We're in the process of potentially getting a soundboard, so we can hit certain keys and sounds will play.
Oh, I can't wait to see what
I-
sounds the end of that. Can't wait.
That's coming. That's
get
because
there.
of you great people. 2 ways to donate if you do choose to support me in that sense, which of course is absolutely not required. You can do the typical YouTube super chat or use the link in the description. I get a little bit of a higher percentage from the link, but if you are going to support me on the channel, whatever you feel more comfortable with, that is totally fine with me. So I want to thank everyone who donated last 7's Up, and that is Janeth Ernst, XLayer64, Electric Kevin, Alan Wilkinson, Ice Aiden, Nicholas Horton, Kaio Cesar Campos, Adola Burst, Fender Bullet, Best Cowboy Nick Yagi, Legendary Duels, Goose, Keon J, Michael Mareb, Limestone, Jarek Brewell, and Elaine, and Dark Emperor J. Thank you guys all so much for kindling the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And without further ado, I say we get into the episode 48 discussions. Tiger, Asana, 2 powerhouse girl characters in this show. Yes.
Forgot something.
God bless Nick Yagi.
There you go.
Nice.
God bless the savior of Yu-Gi-Oh! God bless Nick Yagi. That's right.
How long did you do that for?
I think until the end of the month. I might have to do it till June, too. I'm not sure.
I hope you do.
Yeah, I just have to.
I mean, honestly, you should just do it the rest of the year.
Let's not get crazy. Who wants to kick us off? Anyone want to kick us off tonight?
How about you kick us off?
All right, well, I was genuinely asking, but that's fine.
Well, you didn't have a review, so you know.
I didn't have a review, so let me take a swig of water, and I'll shoot on the episode a bit.
Who's going to shoot up?
Go.
Thought the episode was really good. One of the more disappointing episodes for me in the last arc was actually episode 37 when Rook took on Schwer. And one of the big reasons I was very disappointed about that episode was that I felt like there was a lot of backstory that we should have gotten but didn't get. They kind of hinted. In fact, we actually see the scene for the second time in this episode of Schwer being trapped under the snow, and I thought it was very weird that they didn't give us more of that after he was defeated by Rook, and they kind of interrupted that backflash monologue
Very
with Rook
rudely, by the
singing
way.
very rudely. So I just didn't like that at all. I can look at that episode in a little bit more of an, okay, I get it now way, which is always good. That's the sign of a good episode, when the episode's enjoyable and when it makes episodes that came before it better. That's the sign of a very good episode, and that's exactly what 48 established in this episode. Another thing that I did not love about that last arc, and I'm gaining a little more appreciation for that previous arc, was when Caterpillar and Tiger dueled, there was clear signs that the two of them knew each other. There were clear signs that Tiger and Galliant knew each other when they saw each other, and there were clear signs that Tiger and Asana had some sort of connection and relationship. But I thought it was weird that we didn't really get it. We didn't get anything on that in that arc. I'm very happy. It didn't take too long. It took about 10 episodes for them to actually flesh out everything that happened between Tiger and Asana. Obviously, Asana and her team are not in this tournament, and I think she's going to be one of the more relevant characters going forward. I picked Asana to beat Tiger on the sole fact that she is going to be more important to the story, in my opinion, than Tiger is. I love Tiger, but that's just the matter of fact. Asana is being billed as alongside Roa and Nail in terms of importance to go along with the main four. And, you know, we've seen that 7 factor play in before with the 7 runes in Otis's lair. I think that's going to be a big talking point in the second season, but getting a little off topic. That's the reason I felt Asana needed the win, and she got a massive win here. And I'm happy we got really good backstory between her and Tiger. The relationship between her and Tiger was adorable. It was a big misunderstanding, which I think we all kind of figured it was going to be. I think Tiger had a right to be mad. I also found it fascinating that Asana took a lot of self-blame for what happened, even though I don't think she should have. But she felt clearly at that age guilty, where she didn't even want to look. And, you know, when you're young, when you're that young, you can make decisions that don't really make sense.
Right, absolutely.
So Asana feeling guilty for that and being scared to confront Tiger, who was her best friend at the time, and apologize, I get it. I think as a young child, I think that becomes more understandable.
Definitely.
And so I loved that humanity side of it. And also it was great. There were little cues in this episode that were phenomenal. When Tiger would call Asana Asuchi, and you'd see her react to it in a very, like, shocked but happy way, and then Tiger would immediately say, no, Mutsuba Asana, and then you could see Asana's face get more serious and like, upset. And then once they have that moment where they call each other Haruchi and Asuchi, maybe the funniest moment of the entire show. I don't know if this joke landed for you, but they show Rook.
Oh, yeah.
And Rook is smiling and goes, man, this is great, isn't it, Haruchi? And she just screams at him. That actually was one of the more hilarious moments for me, where Rook interrupted a serious scene, which he's done plenty of times.
All the time.
That one landed. That was actually hilarious. Second time wasn't as funny, but it was still kind of humorous. So that joke 100% landed. Ultimately, great episode. There was a lot of wacky stuff also, chat, that happened at the end of this episode. It seems Goha66 is not at all responsible for writing the this is how we're going to take over Goha.
My best plan.
Whoever's doing it is playing both sides.
Yeah.
They wanted Goha66 at Maximum Mountain to uncover the server, and they wanted this tournament to go on. I got a couple of theories there, and of course that's where we're going to play buy, sell, hold with some theories that I've been hearing. And then I don't know what the hell happened at the very end, where Yuga had a revelation about Siegel Chan's binoculars.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the weirdest moments of the episode for me, where he reads the note, and then he, like, has a shocked reaction, and they zoom in on the binoculars. I have a theory as to what that could also be implying. I've thought about this for about, 24 hours now, and it's not a good theory, but it's more of a symbolic theory. My theory is that maybe the binoculars is more so symbolic and representative of someone that's been watching over every single thing that's been happening in this show. Because remember, those binoculars, they were spying on Maximum Mountain. They were spying on Asana. And so I don't think Siegel Chan is some big, orchestrator of this.
No, I think it's more symbolic.
But I think it's more symbolic, the binoculars, that someone is watching over everything, just like the audience has been the entire first 48 episodes.
Maybe watching under, if you know who I'm going with for that. No.
Oh, Otis. Well, that's a big theory as well. That's a big theory that he's orchestrating it. So we're going to get to some great theories when we play buy, sell, hold. But ultimately, great episode, and I have no complaints. Really liked it. Another solid season arc 4 episode.
Absolutely.
Nick T, your thoughts?
We're just going to skip right over Cal.
Always. Doesn't matter. Keep going.
Oh, you can go first if you want. I was going to go Slinky
Put that
down the line.
line.
Okay, you can go.
Slinky?
Yeah, like Nick T, back, like
zigzag.
rubber band. Yeah, like rubber band.
Oh, rubber band. That would have made sense. I like the episode actually. We were I was watching it earlier. Me and Dill were getting good laughs in while we were watching it. I obviously am the only person maybe in the world that picked Tiger to win this,
Hey, bro. It's
and
okay.
she fell a little short, but
It was still a good
in my
pick.
eyes she won because she got her apology, and that's really what she was looking for. So like maybe put an asterisk next to this win.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
But-
is yeah.
Overall, I like the
Always
episode a lot. I think they did like, they filled in a few holes in the story, like you were saying, with the relationship between the two, with Schwer being underneath the snow. They also let everybody in on Schwer's family business, where his father and mother and siblings are all pigeons, which makes him just, as great a character as he's been so far. And then at the end after the duel, nice shot, when he goes, oh yes, Haruchi Asachi, like, I'm so happy or whatever, when Luke's talking to both of them and she turns around and like smacks him and the Goha 66 guy, double six guy into the wall.
Yeah.
And as soon as he hits the wall, I go to Dill, I go, well, there's the server, and then the wall falls and the server comes up, and I was just like, oh my god, there's no way. But then obviously, that was outdated, so it's not actually
Classic.
the server. And
Another red herring.
yeah, of course. But I liked it. I think there was a lot of good like plot in this episode, which I liked a lot. And I still think Goha Double Six is the biggest joke and waste of time.
Their stocks is
As of now, it's...
Oh my god, they're Bitcoin.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
No,
they're Doge.
they're Doge.
They're Doge.
Nick, your thoughts on the episode?
I loved the episode, and for a lot of reasons. One, obviously, we got this not only cute but like very like revealing story between Asana and Tiger and Schwer and Rook. So it's like it was really cool and it sets like a nice time and place. Like I'm glad that there was consistency between the Schwer story and Asana's story. So it really creates this really nice, interlinked backstory, which is what I was hoping for. On top of that, of course, the antics, hysterical. Now, you guys both mentioned the Rook calling Tiger Haruchi thing. I thought it was hysterical when he kept saying, I don't know, and they were both like, yeah, well,
he is Luke.
And then he gets up, it's like, yep, that's just Luke.
Yeah.
It's like, you idiot.
He like found
Love it.
found his excuse
He's
so
so
much. He was like, yeah, that's me.
But, like, he just so it actually made me like him more. Like it was just so silly and how self-aware he can be about it. But on top of like the fun stuff, I think there was a lot of interesting plot points, and some of them not like where we'd exactly expect to find them. Like yes, at the end we saw some of the like what was that black drone at the end, and like maybe Yuga's revelation about the binoculars. But there was also something that I kind of like felt odd about in the flashback, which was Rook's drawing.
Yeah.
Something seemed very off. It was the gears in the back, like that scene when she
It was
found
like
him,
very eerie.
something very off. Very off.
And I'm happy you brought that up because this is something that I think is being overlooked. There's something I think potentially very evil going on with Rook.
Yeah.
And very mysterious and dark. It was very weird and random last week. I'm sorry, when he yelled at Kaizo and said, I hate gears.
Yeah.
Out of the complete blue. And then in this shot, he's in a clock tower with gears in the background.
And
drawing.
Dragears is his...
Right, Dragears is his ace monster.
So it's all
Mira Gears is his
contradictory.
other... Yeah. And we've seen this almost like split personality with him. The weirdest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens was not the cat guy. It was not one of the Arai-Arata duels. The weirdest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens by far was when Rook dueled himself, an evil version of himself in this weird mind realm.
Yeah, yep.
And I don't even know if it was his own head, because when Yuga and them open the door, there's a light. Yeah. As if he was like literally
Somewhere
in a
else.
different dimension.
Yeah.
There's something very creepy going on with Rook's character, and it's hidden, and even the Rook Devil power.
Yeah,
we don't know
we
the
still
origins
don't-
of that.
yeah. And then we see that one picture of him in the signed, like, which could be his dad, or grandpa, I don't know.
It's weird, and I absolutely love it. That's something that this episode I also thought did a great job of continuing to just make Rook more mysterious. He's easily the most mysterious character outside of Otis in the show for me, easily. So I'm happy you brought that up. Pete, your general thoughts on the episode, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, it was nothing that honestly blew me away, if I'm going to be completely honest. I thought the duel itself was definitely the backdrop, right? There was a lot more dialogue in this episode than I thought there was going to be. The backstory itself, I really enjoyed. We kind of theorized that, and I think you said it last week, Dill, like, could the Schwer thing tie in to Asana and Tiger because that was in the snow and we already knew the Schwer got rescued with Dove Wrap in the snow? Well, it ended up being true. So both of those connected, and it actually served the purpose of why there was friction between Asana and Tiger. It's because they were saving the life of those two characters, the lives of those two characters. But the duel itself, I guess I expected a little bit more. Just for these two heavy hitters and these characters the way they were, I don't know. I thought there could be a little bit more substance there than what I felt like was just Tiger owning it in the first part, and then Asana comes in basically no TK and calls it a day.
Yeah.
So there could have been a little bit more there. But overall, yeah, I like the episode. I don't have too many, like, huge thoughts about it. I do think the Rook stuff is getting odd. I think it's weird that it's just perfect timing that we talked about a couple weeks ago that, man, he hasn't used that devil power in a while, then used it last week, right? So that coincides with, I feel like as a writer, you remind us that that's there to bring up the Gears thing, then have the weird scene this week. So there is definitely something going on there. And I thought at first the joke was when they kept asking him, Romin and Gakuto, of like, you seem oddly like the cause of this. Like, you don't remember anything. He goes, no, I don't remember anything. And he's like, it almost pains him in a way that he's freaking out about it. And at first I was like, it's Rook being Rook. But now the more I think about it, the more I go, maybe he doesn't actually remember some of that stuff because maybe some of that stuff wasn't him. Was that some kind of evil version or something? And so there's a gap in his memory of what's going on. I just think it's very odd to find him in an abandoned clock tower looking thing and he remembers nothing of what happened.
This like Rook split personality theory has picked up so much traction in the last couple of episodes. Yeah. I mean, it really has, because up until last week, I don't think he's ever talked about his hatred for Gears or anything. No. His monster, Dragears and Mira Gears, I mean, they're named, it's just, something's not right there. Yeah, something's not right. And you're right, him not remembering, it could just be him being overdramatic. That's the kind of character he is.
But I think that's purposeful in this case. I just think there's something more there that I don't think he's lying. I really think there's something inherently wrong because he is so dumb normally that I feel like if they asked him, even if he didn't want to talk about it, Gakuto and Romin could have tricked him into talking about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or something. The fact that he was freaking out about it too and like was in a crouch kind of position might be something more.
We could go into almost a darker theory on that and be more like when Tiger realized that like she never came back and she was mad, she maybe then blamed Rook for that, and then maybe like always kept him in that room with the Gears, and that's why he was. No, I'm not kidding.
I know.
That's the last scene is him sleeping on that table and her walking out of that room.
Right.
Yeah.
And if she had this like amazing relationship with Asana, and then all of a sudden because he went missing, like they get separated, they get into this misunderstanding. It's all his fault maybe in her eyes. Again, she's young, she doesn't really know. Yeah. And that could be that could be part of the reason why. And maybe that's why he's so like afraid of her.
Yeah. Maybe. No, I mean you could absolutely be right.
Cuz like he's petrified of her.
Yeah.
He's not just like, "Oh, my big sister's tough." Like he is terrified.
No, I know he is.
See, I thought actually it was a nice moment in this episode that I suspected that, you know how brothers and sisters are, right? Like, you could be annoyed by them a lot, but you still love them. Yeah. I thought it was a little bit to see in that backstory that Tiger, I mean, look, she's out, recruits her friend to find where he is, because when a serious situation came up, you actually cared about his life and where he is and wanted to make sure your little brother was safe. Yeah. Now, some of you will go, well, duh, but like, it was just nice to see a little bit of that moment that there might be some friction there, and just because usually Rook is a dumbass, but I like that they still care about each other.
Of course.
Yeah, and I think it is important to show that, because, sure, there are some people that just in their back of the head might say, well, it's your brother or sister, but I know some brothers and I know some families that have no sort of connection at all. Yeah. So, like, that's not a guarantee just because it's brother-sister. So, I did like that we did see a much softer side of Tiger, not only for the Rook aspect, but also for the friendship with Asana aspect.
Actually, my favorite moment in that back back shot is it's snowing. And she's
Oh my
still
God.
she's still in a karate outfit with
no
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah, I
And
pointed that out. We were
I'm
watching
like,
it.
how tough is this girl that she just
toughest.
hypothermia doesn't affect her?
I don't know if anyone has actually stepped barefoot on snow. I'll never
It
forget
sucks.
about 10 years ago, my dad and myself, we were going to like see if we could run down to my mailbox with no, I guess this is what, I don't know, white families do, with no shoes on and no socks on. And we could see if we could run down to our mailbox and then come back with the mail. And my mom was like, please don't do it. You're going to get like frostbitten. Don't do it. And my dad was like, come on, let's do it. And so I took about 5 steps and I went back to the garage. I was like, no, my dad did it the whole way and he was in pain for the next few hours, thawing out his feet. I mean, it was, I can't even imagine the willpower and mental toughness that she had. I mean, we knew she was that kind of character, but the fact that she has that
Even
sort of
younger.
yeah, that mental toughness at that age, and like it's not like it's not affecting her because we see when she gets to the house, she's like high kicking, and like so she knows that like she's not like in a comfortable setting, but she's still dealing with that kind of uncomfortable. I mean, the amount of respect I have for Tiger is maximum.
I have a question.
It really is.
You've never been like in a hot tub like when it's snowing outside and like get out of the hot tub and try to run through the snow?
No. See that's
white people.
that's a rich.
Well, I don't have a hot tub, first of all. Second of all, that used to be like the thing, like how long can you go last in the snow or roll in the snow and then come back?
Yeah,
And it would like burn.
That sounds terrible.
that
before.
sounds horrible. Well,
it's
Anything for the ladies.
what did right exactly?
I don't
What did you
recall ladies.
what did you make of the backstory though? Not a huge fan of the duel. Completely understand that. What did you like the backstory between Asana
Yeah,
and Tiger?
love the
Thank
backstory.
you
I
for
don't know,
the
it was just-
dono.
It was cute how they met. I actually wanted a little bit because we join it kind of mid what's happening, right? Because Asana is talking to her grandfather. Clearly, she already met Tiger, and they're talking about it. I actually would have rather see the first moment that they actually meet each other. I think that would have been.
Well,
That was the first moment.
She wasn't talking about.
I feel like she was talking about.
I think it's because
Already meeting Tiger.
I think he told her about. Like,
So you
saying,
think he just told her?
He
and
was saying
she
there's
had the
another
idea
girl
in her
over
eye?
here that's
Okay.
your age
Okay.
that I see here.
So they
maybe
were
you guys
two,
could be
right?
friends.
They were. Was it confirmed that they were 2 years old?
I don't think they said specifically.
think they
Oh,
said
I thought the grandpa said like, oh, she's also 2 years old.
And they said she's just about your age.
She's
as
just
well.
about
Yeah,
your age.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I had 2 in my mind.
I mean, if we
Never mind.
figure that they're, I say
She's
they
a little
might
bit
be a
older.
little bit older than our normal cast. So let's say they're 12,
Yeah.
13. at
Yeah.
this
So they
That's
were
fair.
like 4.
They probably maybe 4.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
4.
Well, she's out
I
practicing
just look,
karate
well
on
that's
her
the
own.
point I was gonna make. She's by herself practicing karate.
It was a different time.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
she
that is
was
also true.
destroying that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out there. Those like little wooden
I've
stuff.
had to come with terms over the last 24 hours that her at 4 years old is stronger than I am at 26.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of that.
I mean,
Yeah.
she probably
But
would
it's-
kick all of our butts.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't deny that.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Yeah.
It'd be a bloodbath.
Remember, she wanted to fight Yugioh. She didn't want to duel him.
It's still one of my favorite moments
Yeah.
in the show.
I want to talk about it from Asana's perspective. How did this make you feel about her character? Did it make you like her character more? There were a lot of people who, after her arc, so after the third arc, after she lost to Yugioh, a lot of people were talking about how Asana is really not like a good duelist and she wasn't that good of a character, which I didn't agree with
Yeah,
at
I don't
all.
agree with any of
I
that.
didn't agree with that. So I'm happy she got this win because I think the win was just a little more important for her than it was for Tiger. That being said, though, I think this backstory did a wonderful job of further humanizing her.
Yeah.
She is from a rich family. She is from a very rich, very well-known hierarchy.
Yep.
And so to humanize those characters can sometimes be a little tricky. I thought this episode did a very good job in that. And it made me really like her even more just from her personality because it showed such a human element in feeling guilt and kind of knowing that you messed up but not really having the emotional capability to handle it correctly.
Right. Well, it's funny that you say that because I think her coming from this well-known, rich, like old money family has a lot to do with her reasoning for not saying anything to Tiger. It's sort of that honor base, like she didn't want to make excuses. I think that's a familial thing rather than just like a personal, like being a kid. I think that comes from a line of family honor, which is like it's better I don't make an excuse for this.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
She
That's a
kind of
good
like
point.
she took it she took it to the chin. She was like, "That was my fault." But instead of apologizing, she was like, "I have to live with that decision," and then just went on with her
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
But I think she handled it in almost the way I would expect her to handle it.
Exactly.
The way her character has been built up since the beginning, I think that she's still, in my mind, one of the most like respected characters in the show, just by everyone basically.
Yeah. The great one, bro.
Like, but yeah, like the great half the people call her the great one, and like I feel like everybody looks up to her, like just in general. Like everyone's like, yeah, Asana, like oh my god, like she's. And then Yugioh talks to everybody just like they're awesome and like levels with them.
That's why we love him.
Yeah. And it's still funny that we get like minimal to no Yugioh in an episode, and it's still like perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well, because when we get Yugioh, it's so fascinating, right? Yugioh and his team, and that's actually what we're going to transition to now. And then we're going to go into a game of buy, sell, hold, one of the more famous segments on this podcast.
More famous, played twice.
So, well, what other games have we played more than once?
None.
Exactly. So, Yugioh, Neil, and Roa kick off this episode where Neil is kind of shocked that he didn't know where the main hub was.
Yeah.
End of the episode to me was just so fascinating. Because not only do you have Kaizo talking about how there's no way this server can hold all the data, you have an ominous shot of this drone that's clearly watching them.
Yeah. Yep.
This black drone
Yeah.
that,
No face.
in my opinion, is being controlled by the person who's orchestrated this. And you have the same letter, the same note that Mr. Goha received at the start of this arc.
Yep.
My best and most ultimate plan to take over Goha. So those two notes were sent. One was sent to Mr. Goha in order to get him to host this tournament. The other was sent to the employees of Goha, known as Goha 66, in order to find the hub at Maximum Mountain. It all has to connect. Also, the dueling zombies, I don't think Goha 66 is the reason for the dueling zombies anymore. Because they didn't orchestrate the tournament.
True. We have these.
So that's a whole other aspect of this. That again, Goha 66, they're a placeholder villain. They really are.
They are.
Because whoever's orchestrating this is the main threat of this arc.
And is most likely tied in some way to the Flush and Finger.
I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have no allegiance to anybody else other than who's orchestrating this.
Yeah. So fascinating stuff. And then of course the binocular shot at the end. What do you make of the last 2 minutes of this episode? Theory-wise, direction-wise, do you like it? Do you not like it?
It made me uneasy in a very good way. I don't know.
No, me too.
It made me I feel like I've been watched.
Well, it's so funny because you see that dark drone shot and I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And then you read the note that Goha 66 had, Yugioh reads, I'm like, oh, I don't like that at all
Yeah.
because I know what that means. And then Yugioh zooms in on Siegel's binoculars and I'm like, I really don't like that.
Well, we know Yugioh's been playing 4D chess the entire
Oh yeah, so
time.
Yugioh gets it.
So as
We
soon as he
don't.
read it, he's like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
What's he thinking?
Yeah, I mean, and that's why it's fascinating. I mean, you're a good theorist. I mean, what do you make of it?
No, I kind of agree.
You guys okay?
Yeah. I mean,
Send that to me later.
I will.
Makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh man, that was good. But no,
so good.
I agree with what you said in the beginning. That I think the binoculars thing is more of a symbolism of, oh crap, I just realized that we are being watched. We've been watched this entire time.
Yep.
There's something larger at play. And I think the big kind of scary part of that is if Neil doesn't know something,
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Especially when it has to deal with Goha. And so, Roa played that off as a joke, almost like, oh, Mr. Power Man over here, you don't know anything. But it's no, that's not good if he's one of the
Yeah.
executives.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little weird, too, where, it might end up being nothing, but, when Roa was just you could say, the power is there, of the server. So, it almost, gravitated in a way of, Roa seemed like he was interested in power and what could go on there.
Mm-hmm.
That can end up being nothing, but I thought that was a little fascinating quirk there. But I want to know who made this note, and it has to be a new player, right?
Yeah.
It can't be anyone that we have discovered yet because Goha, 66 is a joke, and
I think
We're about to play the game. So.
I think I know who it might be. I think I know who wrote
all
the
right,
note.
all right.
Can I say who the chat thinks is, or should I wait to do to buy, sell, hold? Is that something?
But we can wait till buy, sell,
We'll
hold.
wait till buy.
I mean, I have the questions written out. All right, chat. It's time for the favorite game, and a lot of this, of course, does have to do with the episode that just aired. So it is time, chat. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Listen, stuff doesn't go smoothly here.
They don't expect
Streams are getting taken down every day.
Every other day.
Every other day. All right.
It's time for Buy, Sell, Hold, where we listen to your cracked out Yu-Gi-Oh theories and we tell you to buy. I want you to buy. Sell, hold, please.
All right. So, Pete, this one's for you.
Sure.
The first buy, sell, hold. Otis is orchestrating the entire event. Everything going on.
I'm going to hold. And I'm going to hold because... Are you going to play it?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah.
Hold, please.
That's great. Just because I think it's possible, but at the same time, I still think it's got to be a new player.
tough.
I just trust in him maybe a little bit more than I should. I just don't see a sinister purpose with him. He just, everything so far is pointed to he wants to pull out the potential of Yugioh. Now, could that end up being sinister? We've talked about that before.
Wait.
But I just don't think it is at this point. So I'm going to hold.
Okay, Nick T.
I'm buying. I would.
Buy.
You knew I was gonna buy that one.
I did.
I mean, you know, he pops in and out. Everybody wants to know what's his deal. I really think he's a major player in this game, and I would not be surprised if he's the one orchestrating this.
So you're buying. You think Otis is the villain behind all this?
I think it's very possible.
Okay.
So I'm gonna buy it.
Calibro. Buy, sell, hold.
This is a tough one. I think I'm going to hold.
Okay.
And I think I'm holding out more because I'm in an agreement with Pete here that I want it to be a new player. So I think as much as, like, there's so much faith in Otis that I feel like he may show signs of being an enemy, but ultimately he's on, like, Team Yugioh. I think, like, at the end, I think he's kind of trying to help push them forward as they keep going. And I think he is, I'm keeping it on hold, though, because I do think there is some involvement with him in everything, but I don't necessarily think he is the only player here.
Okay. The person who wrote the note that was sent to Mr. Goha and Goha66 is the girl that was on the phone in episode 2. Nick T. Buy, sell, hold.
I'm selling it.
Sell.
Yeah, I think she will come into play at some point because it's very rare the show leaves us with these lingering, you know, untied knots. But I don't think so.
That's one that I'm buying, by the way.
Wow.
I think that's who it is. You buy, sell, hold.
You just said it. Explain yourself.
Hey, hit the button.
Well, so
Buy.
I'm buying that the girl in episode 2 is the one who wrote the note. I think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens has done nothing that they've really not explained well at this point. I think that they are going to make that girl relevant at some point. And I've seen some people just kind of not yell out, but write theories about her that she's not really going to be that important. It was just kind of a filler moment. I don't think this show does stuff like that. I just don't. This show does very obscure stuff that has massive meaning to it. I'm sorry, a little girl that age that has a direct line to Mr. Goha's phone, I don't buy that she's just a nobody character.
I agree.
I think she's the
You're
one that...
buying her importance right now.
I'm buying her importance. I think she's the one that did it.
All right, well, Dill, I'm going to agree with you here, and I'm buying the dip right now because her stock is not high, right?
Okay.
Right? Nobody's really talking about her. You know, she's just starting to come back into the fold a little bit. We're buying
Picking up
low.
the area
We're buying low
Right.
because she's going to become important. And she may be even more important than we think she is. But, I mean, a direct line to Mr. Goha already puts you, up here.
Yeah.
So I'm buying. I think it's her.
Okay, Pete, buy, sell, hold. Little girl in episode 2.
Sell.
Sell.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one at all. I honestly think it's going to end up being a nothing important. I think
That girl.
Yeah, and if it is, like, I don't think it's going to have anything to do with what currently is going on. And so I'm not believing that she wrote the note at all, so I'm selling there.
All right, that's fair. Next one. This is a fun one. I've seen this being floated around. Caliber, we're going to start with you. Siegel Chan is the main villain and will be a main villain of this show.
Wow, as much as I want to buy that, I'm going to sell.
Sell.
I think she may have a minor Hunt-like role in this, where she kind of jumps out of her group and maybe becomes a not so, like, not the leader, but, you know, just a more important character in her own right.
Yeah.
But no, she's not a main villain.
Pete, buy, sell, hold, Siegel Chan.
Absolutely sell.
Sell.
Yeah, there's no way in the world. The binoculars, which is symbolism, as we talked about. Siegel Chan, she should stick to doing her astronaut duties.
Nick T.
Absolutely selling.
Sell.
I think he's reading too much into it. She's not even going to step into any leadership role of any group whatsoever. She's just going to pretend to be a seagull, and that's where we're ending that.
Okay, I like that one. We got 2 more here on buy, sell, hold. This one, Tiger will never duel again.
For
This is
the
Tiger's final duel.
dono.
Sell. Absolute sell.
Sell.
No, yeah, she's coming back in a big way, and I think only renewing her connection, her friendship to Asana is only going to make them more of a powerful duo. I will say, bold prediction, at some point in the show, the 2 of them will have a tag team duel.
I love that prediction.
I
Love
agree.
that. I
Love that. Nick T. Tiger's done dueling.
Sell. Dude,
Sell.
not only because I'm in complete agreement with what Pete
Me
said,
too.
Rook needs to redeem. Like, he's been terrified this entire, like, every
Yeah.
moment she shows up,
He needs to
he's going
duel
to
her.
have a stand-up moment where he's like, no, I'm done being scared. You and I are going toe-to-toe. It's happening.
Yep. Buy, sell, hold.
I'm selling.
Sell.
I'm selling, and I am in a full agreement with the 2 men to my right here. We are selling. We're selling Tiger calls here, like Jarret says in the chat. We're selling. She's gonna duel. It might not be soon, but she is going to duel again. And I actually agree with Pete. I think that they will have a tag duel.
Yeah, I would sell that
Yuga
as well.
and Rook against Tiger Asana.
Wow.
Book it.
I don't know if Yuga and Asana have a reason.
$1 million
but
match.
That'd be a good one.
Well, they're like
It was their
the
connection
compadre
back
to
on
the other
R6.
one. Yeah.
Remember
That's
back in the
right.
day?
That's right. Asana, man. She. All right. The final one, the current tournament that is about to take place. You know, obviously the final 3 duels. The current tournament will not finish. Buy, sell, hold.
Oh. I'll take a crack at this one.
You can start.
I'm gonna buy.
Bye.
I don't think the tournament is going to finish. And I'm going to say this because someone is going to interrupt it, and it is going to lead into kind of a new arc without actually finishing the tournament, that they kind of almost have to come together to step up against this new either group or villain in its own right.
Fair. Buy, sell, hold. Tournament does not finish.
Hold.
Okay.
I think,
Hold, please.
yeah, I did it even for that reason. I think that's a possibility. However, this show has done a fantastic job of wrapping up arcs. And so now that, even though this has been interrupted once the tournament, I believe that they'll be able to wrap this up while still giving a teaser to what's to come for the next arc. So
Okay.
I'm putting a hold here.
Nick T. Buy, sell, hold. This tournament does not finish.
Oh, God. I'm going to hold it. I'm holding.
Hold, please.
It's a safe bet, but I think at this point right now, and yes, like at any point in the show, anything could happen, but like I feel like where we're standing right now, literally anything could happen. I think it could wrap up nicely and we get a tease, like Pete said. It's very possible that it just abruptly ends because someone busts through those doors and God knows, all hell breaks loose. I'm just gonna hold for now.
So no one on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything panel here is selling that. So no one here
Guaranteed.
fully believes that this tournament will finish.
What about you?
I think it will finish. So I would sell. I got rid of it because I thought.
Come
we were done.
on,
Hold
dude.
Oh.
All right, hold on.
Gotta hear my beautiful voice one more time.
Oh my God. All right, so I'm selling this.
Sell.
I truly believe that this tournament is going to conclude. I'm kind of fascinated to see how it concludes because right now Team Rook is 7 points down, and so for Yuga versus Rook to be the potential winning duel, that would imply that someone needs to draw, right? Because it's not like if they're tied right now. If they split, or if one team, Team Yuga can't win both because then it's 21 points. Unless they just say, all right, it's close enough, best of 3, forget the point system. But if they go by the point system, then we might have a draw here between Roman Roa or Gakuto Neil, which makes things very fascinating because it's 770 to 7663. 770 to 763. So it's a 7-point difference.
Right.
Meaning if Rook's team, if
777.
Gakuto and Roman win, then Team Rook has a 7-point advantage. So even if Yuga wins, then they tie.
Right.
That doesn't really make sense.
Don't you lose a point when you
Point
lose?
Wait, do points get lost when you lose?
Don't you win and then the other team loses one or something like that?
Is that how it is?
Wait, we have to go back. I don't like.
I don't think so. I think the winning team wins 7 points. Can someone?
I thought a losing team lost a point or something like that.
Does someone have a more definitive answer on the point system?
I thought if your team lost 7 times, you were permanently eliminated from the tournament. I thought that was
That's
the
a
only...
thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like the point system wasn't just gain.
Yeah, I thought there was a gain and a loss.
Is there?
You lose 7 points when you lose. You gain 7 points when you win.
Okay, Shiosei. Yeah. So,
So it
actually,
flipped.
if that's the
The
case,
standings would flip.
forget everything I just said. Forget everything I just said because as long as it's a 7-point gap, we're flipping. But well, actually no, because even let's say Roa beats Romin, it's 14 points, or no, it would become 21 points, but it wouldn't be over because if Gakuto and Rook won, they would have enough to flip. No, they gain 14. The other team would lose 14. 28-point flip. They'd be okay.
Yeah.
So Roa could beat Roman, and Team Rook would still be alive. Right. It would just mean that Gakuto would have to win. So yeah, basically it's a 2 out of 3 because of the system they set up, and they're very smart with doing that. This is a true 2 out of 3.
The points are perfect. True 2 out of 3.
I think the tournament is going to finish. I think right at the end of the tournament, right at the end of the Yugioh Rook duel. I think that is when we are going to have our inklings and our beginnings of the next villain for Season 2 and the next threat for Season 2. But I think that duel will finish, and ultimately I think the tournament will finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
So I'm selling that idea that the tournament, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to play this out.
No, you're right.
That was great.
Fascinating, though. Really fascinating. Well, that was buy, sell, hold. Thank you for coming by. I hope you guys played. I always rewatch these on Thursdays.
That was so great.
Hope you guys played. And we will be doing that. We're not going to do it, obviously, every week, but whenever there's high theories, I have a feeling probably after we see Opening 2, we'll be playing an Opening 2 version of that game. So, a lot of fun stuff with that game to come. But, and of course, we still have our Roa Roman predictions.
Yes,
We're coming off a week where we all got Asana correct, but Calibro picked Tiger.
Wow.
I think it's a fair pick to get wrong. I mean, I picked against Nick Yagi. So
I picked Yugioh.
So actually, the only 2 that are perfect on our team are Pete and Nick T. You can check the standings out down below, but we got big picks. Roa Roman coming up.
Huge picks.
Very exciting. And we're going to read the summary. It's going to be pretty
Can you
fascinating.
repeat the standings again?
Yeah, the standings. Pete is in first place.
Right.
Totally. Me and Nick T are 4 points behind Pete, and Calibro is in
and I are
dead
tied
last.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we were all tied before this last pick.
Yeah.
Wait, why aren't the 3 of you tied now?
You picked
Why only
somebody
2 of
wrong.
you tied?
2 of us are tied because
No,
Calibro
Dylan was
picked.
ahead of me, and he used to say that you and I were dead last.
Yeah, and then I had to pick
Dylan
against Nick
picked
Yagi.
against-
That's right,
we
that's
moved
right.
up.
You're right.
And then
I had to pick against Nick Yagi.
yeah.
I'm 0-3 when the alien duels. I picked Sirocco to beat Menzaburo for whatever reason.
Yeah, you did.
That was a
That's
bad
cool.
one.
Then
I
fingered Chicago.
picked Sebastian to beat Chicago. We all got that one wrong. That was
Right,
that was a
fair
killer.
one. That
That
was a
hurt a
killer.
lot of
That was
people.
also just that duel ended up serving no purpose.
Right, because Kaizo got there anyway.
Ending.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Sebastian came back.
Right, and then I picked against Nick Yagi, which I should not have done. But Roa Roman picks coming up. I guess we'll take a few comments from the lovely chat, and then we'll get to Roa Roman.
Also,
You want to tell the
Shiosei
link?
double checked, and she is correct. Gain 7, lose 7.
Thank you for double checking. Do we have any on the link?
Yeah, that's what
I
I thought.
think
Shiosei,
I saw-
thank
I
you.
think I saw it.
We also is Shiosei's manager coming on for the season finale?
We not. I mean,
I don't know what
we
it
don't-
is.
Did you
don't-
send her the
We don't
invitation
have
in the mail?
Confirmation. I got it. Yeah, I got to still send her the invitation in the mail. I'll
It'll
give you
never
one.
get
I'll give her
there.
one of these shirts.
It'll never
if she
get
comes,
there.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, she'll like that one the best.
I'm only kidding.
Good
Well,
thing
actually, you can burn it.
Good
if
thing
you
she's not watching right now.
want.
The
Dark.
manager wants to.
Dark. Okay, then.
Let's
yep,
go.
manager's coming.
Manager's
Dark
coming.
Emperor J, thank you for the $1.03 donation. If each of you were a villain, what would plans and motives be? Well, Pete could answer this.
Pete can go first.
I don't.
If I was a villain, what
Yeah.
would my plans and motives be in the Sevens universe?
Or any
Sure,
universe.
or in any universe.
Let's keep it in the Sevens universe.
I wouldn't have any.
Just-
Okay, Sevens universe. I like that.
I would exterminate Goha. I would completely get rid of them, but use them to the outside world. The public would still think they exist, but they would just be puppets on my control.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
So you'd be the drone.
It sounds
So
like
you'd
a
be
very
Mr.
relevant-
Gohan.
Sounds like a very relevant
No, but
conspiracy.
I feel like I could go deeper there, but I won't. But I could.
Wow.
It'd be a lot of fun, let's say.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
picture,
wow.
just a protagonist at one point. They just string them up, and we'll see what happens.
So if we're on like a morality scale here, are you like you're like lawful evil?
Oh, I'm chaotic evil.
Chaotic
Yeah,
evil.
I'm bad.
what I would do if I was a villain, I would probably use Goha's funds to get into the virtual reality realm.
Okay.
I would find Playmaker's closest friends, kill them, and then watch him go deeper into despair, and then use him to my advantage.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like you really went outside of the framework.
Well, you know me. I'm a timeline kind of guy. I'm always trying to reel everything in. Nick T, what about you?
Dude, I'm using Jack Atlas's D-wheel to summon him. I mean, right? He's got to come back. Dude, that's it.
So you're gonna take the D wheel in the museum, and use that to revive Jack Atlas.
Yes.
And how about this? I'll take it a step further.
All right.
When I somehow coerced when Neil accidentally brought down the satellite, that was actually Kaiba's satellite, and in the debris, Neil didn't know what he was doing. He killed Mokuba. So I just started that whole chain reaction.
He killed Mokuba.
And I'm just gonna use just the wild ride that Kaiba's gonna go on to my advantage. I can do that too.
I like that.
I'm so unbelievably lost. You can just skip me and keep going.
That's fair. X-Slayer, thank you for the $1 donation. What Vrain's archetype would you want that had more support in the next main booster set? Burst of Destiny alongside with the Boral archetype. So Revolver's archetype is getting some support. What other Vrain's archetype would I want to get more support for? I always like Trickstars. A new archetype. I mean, it would be cool to see some more Sun Avalon support as well, but we just got Sun Avalons printed, so I don't know if we would get that. I would also, love to see Lightning's Armadas Legios. Hydra Drives for Bowman would be cool.
Windy, man. Give me the Storm Riders deck.
Yeah,
please,
I like that.
For the love.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll print any new decks.
No, they won't. That would be, if I had a dream scenario, that's what I want printed.
That's fair. In that set, I like how Rockets and Borals are getting support, and seeing a new Trickstar monster would be pretty cool. Or Marinsis, that's another good pick. What about you, Nick T?
Spectres.
Sun Avalons.
That's
fair. The trees.
Yeah, the trees.
What about you? Solomon Greats? Soul Burner?
Don't they already have? Aren't they?
They're meta, dude. Yeah, unfortunately. That's why we got to ban them.
I think Lightning's deck would be a really
Thank
cool
you
one.
for the dono.
What about the deck of Windy's Kid? Would you print that?
It could be anything.
It's what I was saying.
That would be one hell of a ride.
Yeah, it would be.
Solid Snack, thank you for the $1 donation. Amazing episode and so hyped for the remaining duels this arc. Most excited for whatever that new gimmick is in a few months. You guys don't even know about this, I don't think.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so this is actually a good point. If it's minimums, I will flip upside down, hoping next arc has a more serious evil villain after 4 arcs of villain turned friends. This arc, I guess Go On 66 was the villain, or I don't know.
I don't even know. No one.
They're the worst.
It was a toward. No, they're boomers.
They're so bad.
They're boomers.
Okay. Even the way they ran into the server.
Oh my god, you saw that bald guy, dude? Yeah, they know nothing about
just
technology.
The power work, and I'm like, I had that face, dude.
They're boomers. Face. Huge boomers.
They're huge boomers. Listen, Solid Snack. So, for those of you that don't know what Solid Snack is referring to, news came out about 5 days ago that the set in September, the new set which will be released between episodes 65 and 66, important because episode 65 might be the end of the first arc of season 2 if we keep up the 13 episode patterns. Am I wrong about that? Would it be 26, 39, 52? No, 65. I'm right about that. I thought I did my math wrong there.
Right, because 53. Wait, what's the final?
52.
52.
So 13, 26. No, I'm right. So 65 and 66. And the description of that set reads, it will feature a new summoning mechanic featured in the anime Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens.
Oh, wow.
So we are confirmed in the next arc, we are getting a new summoning mechanic, which is breaking news as of a couple days ago. Really awesome. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Season 2 will have a new summoning mechanic. I think it could be called Extra. We know there's an extra deck, and based on the words that were used, it could be just called Extras. Will it be an old style? I think most people have made their opinions clear that they would prefer it not to be an old style, which is understandable, specifically from the perspective of if you bring one in, everyone's going to be asking, well, where are the others, right? If you do, and that was a very good point that one of you guys brought up last week. Mm-hmm. If you bring in fusions, everyone for so long is going to be asking, well, where's Synchro? Where's, and so I get it. I get wanting to prevent that from happening. I'm still of the belief, though, that we are going to get one of those older styles redone in a maximum format. I don't know if it'll be now. I'd like to see, and even if I'm wrong about that, I wouldn't mind being wrong about that, to be completely honest. If they keep it all maximum or Rush Duel exclusive summonings, I'd be fine with that. So we'll see, but we are getting a new summoning mechanic in the fall, probably airing towards the end of the final arc of Season 2. Arc 1, which is really exciting. So that'll be cool, Solid Snack. Yeah.
Chiose said between 64 and 65.
Okay, I said 60. I might have been wrong.
Right.
Well, she's probably right.
Yeah.
So 64 and 65.
Which will be the last 2 episodes of that arc. 66 is the new one.
Yeah, 66 is where the new arc would start if it's the 13 episode pattern. So,
well, I mean, you have to stick with that up at least until that point, right?
Right.
Because everything is 666.
Right.
Why would you pass that?
and we could get massive hints as to what this summoning is going to be. We could get hints in opening 2,
Yes.
which is going to air at episode 53, and we could get a hint based on the name of the arc. Arc number 2, Maximum Arc. For weeks. Oh, why is it called Maximum? Why is it called? Oh, that's why it's called Maximum. So if this arc is called the Extra Arc or the Minimum Arc,
Then it's going to be.
then it's probably a hint as to what this summoning is going to be. So could get some hints before we see the new summoning mechanic. Entame with a $5 donation. Thank you so much, Entame. I would love to come by for the finale. Hopefully the new opening preview will be out by then. That would actually be awesome.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Usually doesn't do that, I don't think, where they show like a preview for the opening, but maybe Sevens will be a little different. That would be super, super cool. Also, are we still having barbecue catering? Haha. Yeah, I don't think we have.
She said there was no Korean
I was just
barbecue
gonna
in
say.
the area, which is an issue.
We'll drive.
So we'll try.
I-
to-
I-
That
list
says,
the
that says
places.
Madawan. That's very close.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
we can do
yeah.
that. We'll figure it out. We'll
is there a
figure this
Korean
out.
barbecue place in Madawan?
Yeah.
Oh, we can
No, we'll
absolutely
do
get
that.
that.
We'll
That's,
absolutely do
It
that.
must be
that's
new.
like 25, 30 minutes.
It must be new because the first comment is
Totally
now I don't
new.
have to drive far just to get bubble tea or Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
There
So
we
a
go.
place just opened up. How perfect is that? So yes, we will be getting barbecue. You do not want to miss the season finale.
Oh, I do.
And Entame, thank you so much for the very generous donation. I greatly appreciate it. Limestone, thank you for the $3 donation. Do you think we will ever get an antagonist like Marek, Bakura, or Vector in Sevens? I think it would be cool if they had one. I think it would be cool if they had one as well. I love those kind of villains. I don't.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Not
I
in this
don't.
show.
No.
Not in this
show.
Now, if I was the villain in this show,
You'd be the Marek.
you absolutely
You'd be the
would
Marek.
get that.
I don't Limestone. Now, I think we could get a more evil villain. I think Mr. Gohawk could be that character, but I mean, Marek, Bakura, Vector, we're talking some of the greatest villains in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. And I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens is a type of show, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, that's going to have a wicked villain like that. I just don't see it. Yeah. I think Sevens is going to be more about a journey and characters that are roadblocks for Yuga and his crew to conquer. But I mean, a character that maybe has the potential to flip is Otis, maybe, if they go down that route.
Think
But
it's very
I
possible.
can't, or maybe even like a Rook for a little bit if he does end up having this dual personality and completely goes nuts. Because that villainous Rook that he dueled was actually pretty intimidating.
Oh, very.
And he was like, if you lose, you're going to be stuck here forever. Like, this is going to be your
that episode
final...
was off the rails to
Yeah.
begin with. I mean, I think there's something very out of place about that episode in a very
I
interesting
agree.
way.
I completely agree. So I don't think we're going to... I mean, Vector and Marek are two of my top... And Bakura are three of my top 5 villains of all time.
Yeah. I mean,
So
come on.
I don't think
God
we're going
tier.
to... Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to that level.
T-tier.
I think looking at Sevens, I think the one criticism I might have, at least right now, is probably the villains.
Yeah.
But you know, it hasn't affected the overall quality of the show. It's just a different style of Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's perfectly okay.
Yeah, I think also it almost feels like we're waiting for that villain right now. It's not necessarily like everyone else has kind of been like a stepping stone to get to where we need to go.
True.
So hopefully it's more of just a build up to that elite villain that we just haven't seen yet.
Yeah. No, you could absolutely be right. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But thank you, Limestone, and thank you to everyone who used the link. We're going to take a few more comments. And then, of course, we got to get to Romin in 49 and make our predictions. Be exciting.
All right. So first off, we have Sean Gilbride with $11.11.
Sean,
Classic.
it's good to hear. We read the message in the pre-show, man.
Yeah.
God bless, dude. You know.
I love that you call it the pre-show. 11:11 train
Waiting
coming through. Sorry I missed the last couple weeks. Was laid up in the hospital again after serious asthma attack. Hashtag asthma sucks. Hashtag gotta catch up on Sevens. Hope you've been doing well.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I hope you're
sucks.
feeling better.
Yeah. First and foremost, man, take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Sorry to hear you were in the hospital again. We remember you were in there a few months ago. Don't even worry about missing any weeks, man. The fact that you've donated once in your life to me means the world, and you practically do it every week. And 1111 is not a light donation. That is I would consider that a very big donation. So, Sean, thank you so much, dude. Feel better. And I'll be honest, this is a great time to binge Sevens. I mean, I think this is probably going to be my favorite arc when it's all said and done. We got 3 really good duels coming up. We've had a lot of good episodes this arc, so you're in for a treat, man, when you do binge it. I know you were enjoying it.
Yeah,
so.
and obviously, if you have the time there and you need a little enjoyment in your life, these are always on VODs. So something I love to do when I'm watching a TV show that maybe a YouTube channel has already watched or reacted to is that you could watch the episode and then you could come here and watch what we thought in that moment of that and then move on to the next episode and repeat the process. So
Absolutely.
I hope that helps a little bit.
Absolutely. These will always be VODs. They're always saved in the playlist. 100%. Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah. $20 from Drago77 Blue.
Wow. Drago, thank you, dude. That is, wow. Thank you, Drago.
Yeah. Oh, wow. In every Yu-Gi-Oh series, there's a main girl and secondary girl. Dual Monsters Anzu and Mai, GX Asuka and Blair, 5Ds Aki and Luca, Zexel Kotori and Rio, Arc 5 Yuzu and Serena, Brains Aoi and Emma. This still confirms that Asana is that second girl.
Yeah, I would agree with that fully. I would say when it comes to also the dynamic of girl characters, I mean, Sevens really is on its own. I've done an entire video dedicated to that.
Come on.
But I guess if you wanted to follow that pattern, Romin Asana as your 1-2 punch, I'd be completely okay with that. I wouldn't really argue it. I think the one thing, though, the difference, a lot of those characters that you named, at least one, if not both of them, just did not do anything for the plot or in terms of dueling. You look at Romin Asana, both of them have beaten the main protagonist.
Yep.
Both of them have gotten, in my opinion, pretty good development. And Asana was one of the main threats in one of the arcs. So, like, it's not even comparable to any duo you named, but I would have no problem saying that's the 1-2 punch.
Even then, like, our third and fourth girls are still, like...
Yeah. Well, what would you have? You would have Tiger third.
And then probably Sushi... Oh, well...
I'd probably have Ranze fourth.
I'd have Ranze fourth.
Yeah, I like Sushiko more, but then Sushiko is your fifth. But also Sushiko's your fifth. She's beating your main girl.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. And we're not even mentioning, well, whatever they are, Sirocco, the aliens.
Dude, it's different. It's built different.
Yeah. No, it is different. It's crazy. It's fun, man. It's cool.
Loving it. Wait, hold on. Why is this
and Siegel Chan. Where'd you put her?
Way down, bro.
Siegel Chan will get a win. Siegel Chan is like my Nick Yagi.
What about Mimi?
Well, Mimi.
Mimi's up there. Mimi's
up there too. I mean, it's crazy.
Mimi's all the way up.
Yeah.
There's Mimi there.
She's all the way up.
Meet me there, Mimi-chan.
We should write that song for the rest.
We should write that song.
I'm down.
And perform it.
Well, you know people at Konami, so we could probably get it on the air.
I can't confirm that.
We can get it into the dub.
True story.
Yeah. We could get it in the dub, dude. Let's go.
And Alex Fermi said that the dub should name Nick Yagi Dylan. I think that would be appropriate.
It's very...
Oh, my God.
Well, they can keep the Nick part. I mean, come on.
No.
Why not?
No. Because if it was named Dylan, that would just
It'd be funny, but come on, dude. I want that.
I wanted to see some merch where he's wearing a shirt and it says the Yogs.
I will. So I do have the merch shop link down below. The merch shop's pretty much full, so you can check it out. Get shirts like this. We have this for all of the main characters: Yugioh, Rook, and Gakuto as well as the Roman Empire shirts. I don't think I will ever have Nick Yagi merch. Just letting you know.
I'll make it. I'm gonna make it and sell it.
That'll be the next bet that comes out.
Now, let me tell you something. On Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing, we have that merch. Check that out again.
It's the underground channel.
This guy.
So we have another right immediately after another 20 from Drago77 Blue.
Holy shit, Drago!
$40.
Thank you, Drago. Thank you so much.
This arc has been great for the main cast and the side cast being involved with the plot. My biggest disappointment is the villain Goha 66 being defeated so quick off screen. I'm happy Asana and Haruka beat them up though.
I agree. I mean, Goha 66 ended up being a more glorified top of Hexagon.
Yeah.
It still annoys me even looking back at those scenes. The introductory scene for Goha 66 to end that episode was actually terrifyingly chilling. His scene with Hunt was terrifyingly chilling. And then they ended up
to use such a prominent voice.
Yeah. But I was warning people of that. For weeks I was saying prominent voice actor does not mean they're going to be prominent in the show. We saw that with Vira and Vrains.
Yep.
So there's just no correlation.
Be wary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. I mean, they're just a bunch of boomers, and that's okay.
Yeah, they're a bunch of boomers.
Retirees.
I love seeing that bald guy run into the room with the.
That's a gif in its own right.
Yeah, it is. That'll be my new.
We have to say this.
That actually might be my new super chat gif. Those old men running into the room.
Yeah,
Just
that's-
on
it
repeat.
should be.
Okay.
With the honey. Oh no, I have Mimi with the fan dance. I think
You can move it on.
I could move it.
You can have Tiger yelling.
We
and
had-
it's them. Those men.
We
running
didn't
in.
talk about the best line from the episode. Oh my god!
Dude, brilliant.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Translated.
I thought of Twitch immediately.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Blub.
Actually, my favorite line, I think Colin said it earlier, if it wasn't him, my fault, where it was, Tiger is like, does anyone basically else have a problem?
Oh, yeah.
with
And
this?
then
Raise your hand. And I'm like, absolutely no one.
No one's
raise
speaking.
your
No,
hand.
nope.
Like, if you have any smarts right now, don't.
You know who I'd love to see interact? Honestly, Tiger and Roa. Why do I feel like that would be
Oh my
an
God.
incredible,
He would,
incredible?
like, she'd be so infuriated by him.
But I don't. Yeah.
But how funny would it be though if like his charm like kind of worked on her and she like was like
That'd be interesting. I just don't think
I can't
it
see
could
that at
happen.
all.
I think he would piss her off, and he wouldn't be deterred by her anger.
No.
right?
I think he would
He'd be
love
encouraged.
that.
He'd be
love
encouraged.
that.
Dude, he'd be
Oh my God.
smirking and she'd
Yeah.
have like steam coming out of her ears. It'd be
those are two characters that need to interact.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Well-
also speaking about the hand, like when she breaks through the
Oh yeah, the
flashback.
flashback scene. She was
Yeah.
like, just get to the point.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
whoa.
She also uncovered the server. She did Hunt's job
Yeah.
in this episode.
Yeah, you're right.
She's amazing.
She is.
She's built
for,
different.
She's
For,
built
for
very
months, we wanted to see what it would be like if Roa and Nail ever interacted. We did get
We
that.
got it.
So
Yeah.
Roa
And it's
Asana,
hysterical.
it is hysterical.
It's
Probably sensory
exactly what I
child.
imagined it would be.
Mr. Brainiac.
Little Miss Providence.
Love it, dude.
Oh,
Providence Chan.
Oh man.
I would make a shirt.
Poor
like
Nail, honestly, he
He's
was
getting
living a
bullied.
great life. He's getting bullied. He was living a great life in seclusion away from everyone. And not only does he have to deal
Yeah.
with Roa, but he's got to deal with Ronze, who at this point is basically harassing him.
And now,
And-
when he got pulled into all this, then he realizes he's not on the in as much
Yeah.
with Goa as he thought.
His world
is
Also,
shattering.
that's gotta
His world
hurt.
What
is
a rough one.
shattering.
And honestly, the last insult
Yeah.
will be if Gakuto beats him. That'll be like the last kick in the groin.
He's done, dude. As a child, he was able to topple satellites, and now he's reduced
Yeah.
to nothing.
That shot of the Yugioh dragon or whatever.
Yeah.
That was great. That little shot we got there at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I like the way with the sun coming on it with the
Oh, dude,
sunset.
so dope.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot.
Good shot.
So we have 5 real from Caio Cesar Campos.
Thank you, Kaio.
How are you guys? My new copy of BRSSN just came today, and the picture is awful as always. The episode duel was okay. Did you see the lasagna priest? Yeah, we did watch the lasagna.
Oh, yeah.
Very bizarre.
Yeah, it was one of the strangest things.
One of the
I've
things
seen.
that stood out to me with that, by the way, when you describe it, it's like, oh, he's like
Yeah, you're
he's
right.
like rocking gently. No, he was rocking aggressively on the
Way too
on the
aggressively.
hammock. So
How
that
could
was
he get anything done?
no, you can't.
Yeah. No, you
Very
really
interesting
can't.
video. Do you know what? And also, we're doing great. Thank you for asking.
We are doing great.
I don't know
yes.
what BRSSN is.
I don't either.
I was thinking Social Security number.
Me too.
But,
What's
That could be
Social
it.
Security
Brazilian
number?
real social security number.
What's your social security?
oh, maybe Brazilian Social Security number. That
Yeah.
picture is awful, like a passport
Yeah,
style
that's
thing.
probably what it is.
I'm stupid.
It could be
So-
like a driver's license
We're gonna
type
read
thing.
Kaio. Thank you so much, and we are
Thank you.
doing very good. We're gonna read 2 more, and then we're getting to Roa Roman in 49, a duel that we have wanted to see for probably about 40 episodes. I think that's fair to say.
oh yeah.
F this, man. This is a hard one to
Dude,
pick.
I-
I'm still torn on
I'm
this.
gonna
dude.
close
Because
my
it
eyes and-
has repercussions for future duels.
You would
The
imagine
duel following it.
you would imagine that by picking Roa, you're also picking
You're
Gakuto to
sealing the
beat
fate.
Nail.
Yeah, you're sealing the fate.
And by picking Roman, you're most likely picking Nail to beat Gakuto.
Right.
yeah, it's rough.
All right, we'll take 2 more. I'm just gonna
Okay.
get water.
All right, you go get that water, bro. $2 from Legendary Duels. Great
JC.
duel. Glad to see some badass Yu-Gi-Oh girls.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we love
True.
JC.
Always.
Love you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's great, dude. It's
Listen,
top tier.
I've done again. I say it a lot. And I'm sure most people here have probably seen it. I don't think there's that many Sevens videos out there, but I've done a video on it. Why Sevens is the best girls.
Yeah.
That, and even if all the girls were written out of the show next week, I still think, based on what they've done the first 48 episodes, they've had the best set of girls.
Yeah.
and that wouldn't change. My opinion on it wouldn't change. You know, it's great. I can't remember a show where there was a girl versus girl duel that did not include the main lead. I mean, Roman wasn't involved in this duel, and yet this was still a compelling matchup between two powerhouse characters. So it's just Sevens has been phenomenal.
I just want to learn more about the Mutsuba name.
Yes.
Because we got another little shot here of the grandfather in this episode, and he clearly has instilled great ideals into someone like Asana, even at a young age. So, like, was this man really done dirty by Goha? Like I want to know more of the history there, because we've hinted at it, and then we never really went to it.
Yeah, we've seen some flashbacks here and there through storytelling.
I'm convinced that's going to come up at some point.
I think it should. I think it's an important, staple in the history of, in like sort of the lore of the world we've got here.
Yeah, I agree. That's my hope, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about this next duel. I'm sorry
It's
for
okay, you're
zoning out.
sweating.
We know who you're picking.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to justify it.
No, I'm.
It's funny, but it's true.
That guy.
We have another 5 from Legendary Duels immediately after. Really want to see Rook versus Tiger. Want to see Rook finally beat her. Also hype for Romin versus Roa next week. I mean, yeah, as I said before, I want to see. That's exactly what I want to see.
He's got a.
What did he say? What was the comment?
He really wants to see Rook versus Tiger, which I said
Yes,
in the
agreed.
Definitely want to see Rook finally beat her. I also agree. I think he needs to stand up for himself.
100%.
Also hyped for Roman versus Roa next week. I'm very hyped and worried.
Very hyped. I think it's time that we get to Roman Roa.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Thank you for all the donations. Again, we will read all of them. We're going to Roman Roa.
All right, can I ask this?
Yeah.
Are you gonna read
The episode 49 summary? Absolutely.
Just want a refresher.
Oh. Corey Kluber threw a no-hitter.
Yeah, I know.
He pitched that no-no?
A lot
Really?
going on. Yeah.
How are the Mets doing?
Oh, they also blew it in the 9th inning, lost 5-4.
Were we up 4-3?
Wait, did he throw it, or did it just say 3 outs remaining?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah, blew that.
He threw the no-no.
Doc Ellis. You don't know? Come on, bro.
The one baseball player Nick Tino.
That was. I love when you do that to Cal, bro.
You think I...
Yeah, blah, blah.
He was on acid.
Is this why
he
you
pitched a no-hitter?
This is why you knew.
All right.
Yeah. No, he pitched a no-hitter on acid.
I love it.
Don't worry.
On LSD. Yep.
We will get rid of this, I promise. Right now, I know you can only see me, Pete, and
That's really
me and
all that
Pete.
matters.
Episode 49.
What the hell?
Roa Roman. The first match of the finals is between Roa and Roman. Roman drove Roa into a corner with her new jam style and told him that he can't stand on the stage by himself. Roa was shaken up by her words. As they observed the match, Geta and Ushido just couldn't keep still. The cast: Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Kaizo, Nail, Mimi, Roman, Roa, Geta, Ushido, Sebastian, Schrodinger, the cat, Arai Arata, Flash Umiko, Princess G, and extras. As it turns out, Umiko has a light bulb theme, so it probably should be Flash and not Flush. So it is not Flush Umiko, it's probably Flash Umiko.
What?
Good to know.
Sorry. So her dueling the that space guy. I mean that water guy, Megaru or whatever his name is.
Really?
What do you think of the summary?
It's so confusing.
Princess G.
Princess G is back. Schrodinger is back. What do you think of that?
I mean, is he back or is he not back?
He's speaking.
We don't know.
That ruins the
Is he
Schrodinger.
alive or dead? We don't know.
Yeah, no, it definitely is light bulb theme.
Yeah, but fish and light.
And she was also underwater
Dude,
when she was
so,
first introduced.
all of it's
which
so
is,
weird.
Well, there's
she's
it's
weird.
the lanternfish, you know.
Yeah.
I
Sort
guess.
of, yeah.
It's
It's
the
both.
lantern
It's
Pokemon.
both. Maybe it's I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, she's a fish suit, but she has a light bulb on her chest with a light bulb hat. I don't know. Very weird.
Yeah, I don't know what to think, right?
Green
Because
Lantern.
I read that summary and I go, man, usually when they write a summary leading off with a character backing another character in the corner, that other character makes a comeback.
Right.
So it would imply that Roa, who was shaken, then he's going to get out of it, maybe inspired by Geta and, Ushiro being there, he wins. But if I say that, I'm then saying that Gakuto beats Nail, and not only that, Then you have the Princess G element is there for Roman. So is she gonna let Princess G down? It's like it is. It's just getting harder as we go.
This
actually made it more difficult.
This is the hardest duel to pick so far.
Which, in contrast,
Hardest
next week will be the easiest duel.
Should
theoretically.
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 It should be. And then Yugioh versus Rook at the finale might become the next hardest duel to pick. That's not going to be an easy one to pick.
Okay.
I feel like that's a lot easier than this.
Oh, I don't agree with you at all. This is. I mean, well, chat. You guys have until Friday or Saturday to make your pick.
We have to lock it
We got to make our picks now. So no one send the message.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet. So let me see what I want.
I'm looking for the.
I've made my pick.
Oh, bro. Oh, shit.
Let me, in the meantime, get the Roa and Roman characters so I can put them up as we pick.
I need the red emoji for this.
Oh God.
This is hard because either way, I could see it.
I know. That's the issue.
Same as last week, but now we're actually in the tournament, so this means.
And if we're looking at records, right? Like who would most use this victory, right?
I mean, latest win for Roa is Mimi. Latest win for Roman is Yugioh. Both pretty decent wins,
pretty decent
especially
wins.
Roman's.
Especially Romans.
And then Roa going back further.
So Roa's
went against Geta and
So
lost to Yugioh.
Okay. Yeah, so he's not bad. He doesn't
Roman's
have a bad record.
one before that was Sushiko loss.
Right. Very nice. And Roman clearly has the better record, but it's not like, I mean,
You should just.
Roa's coming off a 2-win streak, like a
And just have your shirt there.
2-win streak, right?
Yeah, this is tough.
He,
I mean, everything in my body says it should be one thing, but then
nah,
that
I'm
summary
committing.
sways me a little bit in a way.
I'm committing.
You gonna commit?
I'm in. I'm locked in.
Take the key.
I want you to buy.
Lock it.
Bye bye bye.
Swallow the key. We're locked in.
That's it, dude. I'm locked in.
All right,
I eat it in a sandwich.
chat.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
Oh
You ready?
God,
I hate myself for this.
I'm ready.
5, 4.
I hate.
Oh wait, no,
myself.
are we ready? Hold on.
No,
Are we
hold on.
ready?
We'll
Are we
wait, we'll
ready?
wait, we'll
Okay,
wait.
is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, send.
Wow.
Wow.
Shit.
Oh well, everyone. Huh?
I just gotta trust myself in this moment. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm right. I'm up
wow,
4
wow,
points.
wow.
We the four of us have not picked unanimously.
Which I don't know if that makes me feel good or bad.
I don't
feel
know
good.
how it makes
I
me
feel very good.
I feel good
I'm
because
feeling
even
right.
if I lose, I'm not going to be overtaken by Caliber. Sorry, bro.
I will still kill you.
But no, if we both win, we win together. So
And then
Okay, who wants to kick us off? Roa Roman, who wants to kick us off?
I'll kick it off.
Okay.
kick it off.
All right. So
Cook it up.
through a lot of hard thought and a lot of questioning, I'm going with the Roman Empire.
Okay.
And basically, my thought here is, I feel like Roman is not like. I feel like Roa needs to take a step back. I think that Roman taking Roa down humanizes him a little bit. Maybe, I'm trying to think of the right word. Makes him feel more mortal. I feel like he thinks he's like immortal when he goes into a duel and he can do everything on his own. And it's going to continue his almost like, not regret, but he realized what he did wrong in the way that he went about his duel without Ushiro and Geta. And I just think that the only way to really reunite the two of them is for him to lose and them come over and be like, we still have your back no matter what, blah, 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 whatever. Friendship reunited. Princess G comes in and talks Roman, maybe even in like a flashback of some sort, is like talking to Roman in her head and tells her that she can do it, she can pull it through, and she's like, dreaming about a jam session with them. I don't know. I feel like it all falls into place with a Roman victory here.
Cal's picking Roman.
May I?
Nick, you can go next.
I mean, I'm going Roman. Cal, like, I think we were, like...
Yeah, same wavelength,
dude,
bro.
That was the collective consciousness
We
at
were
work.
sitting a little too close
Dude,
together.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
exact. Like,
There's the Knicks.
yeah. Roa's cocky, right? I mean, he's always been cocky, right? Even when he lost to Yugioh, he's been cocky.
Yeah.
But he's coming off 2 wins.
Oh, yeah.
Right now he thinks he's at the top of the world. Not betrayed, but at the very least, left his 2 bandmates in the dust again.
Mm-hmm.
Still has not got his comeuppance for the way he treated Roman before.
Yep. Yup.
And it really serves not much to gain by winning.
Yup.
Roman, on the other hand, needs to get to put Roa in his place because Ushiro and Geta deserve that. Roman herself deserves that. It's time. I love Roa deeply. But it's time for Roman. Roman's got to get that win. She's got to prove that Roa's not the one running the show in Roman.
Roman Empire rise up.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Mirio, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Pete, who are you picking?
I struggled with this one for a while, and at one point, I thought forever that this is such an obvious who wins this, right? Especially what it means for the following duel of who I'm basically saying is going to win. I'm not counting draws, which is a possibility.
Sure, of course.
But
chance.
I have to go with my gut for whatever reason here, and I'm picking Roa. It's just the way that summary is written, 9 times out of 10, in an anime, in an Yugioh, when something like that happens, where you're describing a character overwhelmingly backing another character into a corner, they end up fighting back. And I actually disagree with the two Nicks here, and I say that, yes, Roa still deserves what he needs to get some comeuppance to, doing what he did to Roman and smashing her against the window. I don't think it's going to be here, though. And it's just because Roman has gotten great development lately, and Roa is actually on a downslope here, I could argue, lately. He might have won against Mimi and President Drone or whatever, but what he's done to his bandmates and everything there, I think that is going to ultimately inspire him to win as they're watching there, ringside, if you will, because he needs to realize that this is his moment. We've had 4 episodes this season at the beginning of the arc of characters realizing who they were. And one of those was Roman figuring out who she really is. I think this is Roa's moment to figure out who he really wants to be going forward.
Pete picks Roa. 2 of them pick Roman.
I just want to say, I know we've been all on the fence. That was very good. That was a really good. That was nice. That was nice.
Could be totally wrong.
Roman,
of course, any of us could be.
Roman is going to absolutely shine in this duel. She is the only person, I would say, on an emotional level that has been able to get through to Roa. She was the only person who understood that what Roa was saying after his duel against Mimi, he was lying through his teeth. And Roman's words were the only one that seemed to actually upset Roa in this duel. When Roman and Roa duel this upcoming Sunday, the Roman Empire is going to thrive. Roman is going to absolutely talk her way into an insanely good developmental moment where she is able to actually get through to Roa, back him into a corner, and start forcing him to become a better human being. And in my opinion, that is, I would say, maybe more valuable to her than a win right now. I'm Roman Empire all the way. I always am going to be. I don't think wins and losses are everything. This is probably going to shock a lot of you guys. I'm picking Roa. I'm picking Roa because I have been around for a very long time. I have seen many, many summaries. I have analyzed many, many summaries. And I have seen far too many times when summaries are worded the way that this one is worded, when a character is getting pushed into a corner, when Geta and Ushiro are going to come back to Roa, and Roa, through Roman's words and actions, is going to apologize to them and show them how much he has matured by getting a big win using the 2 monsters that he said are symbolic for Geta and Ushiro. That's my prediction. I think he's going to beat Roman using those 2 monsters. Roa is going to get a big win over Roman. I know Roman has a crazy amount of momentum right now because she defeated Yugioh. You have to remember, Roman also laid an egg against Sushiko. I mean, Roman is a fantastic duelist. She's a great character, but we're not talking about Rook here. Roman has lost duels plenty of times before. She's lost to Yugioh. She's lost to Sushiko, and she's already had a greater win than I think any Yu-Gi-Oh! Girl character in the history of this entire franchise, in the history of these 20 years. If I'm wrong about this pick, by the way, and she beats Roa, then Roman has literally had, dueling-wise, the best arc any Yu-Gi-Oh! Girl has had, maybe any Yu-Gi-Oh! Character has had. Find me any other Yu-Gi-Oh! Character who has beaten the main protag and arguably the main rival in a 10-episode span. I don't think that has ever been done before. Roman has already had her big moment. I think this, based on how the summary is written, and based on how I think Roman's character is still going to shine brightly in this episode,
me too.
even if she loses, if she's able to start getting Roa back on a better path, her character has done what it's needed to do in this duel. I don't think she needs the win. I think the win is more beneficial to Roa here. Very hard pick, but I'm picking Roa to defeat Roman.
Yeah.
That was...
You guys gave good reasons too.
Dude, I feel like we all gave like we were cutting wrestling promos right here.
Yeah.
This is
Especially
hard.
you were like
It's a
this
really hard one.
I mean,
This Sunday,
this
when they
Sunday,
face off.
Roman will shine, and like you were ready. That you were like in wrestling promo mode. You were talking about how she's gonna
Roman
shine,
will, and by
but
the
she's
way,
gonna go down.
by the way, even if Roman loses this duel, if she gets through to Roa, puts up a good fight, and gets him to get on a better path, what has she done this arc? She's been the bigger person when it comes to her and her cousin. We remember Roa throwing her against a wall, but yet she is able to look past that, find a more humanizing element here to get Roa back on a better path, put up a good fight against him, and she beat Yugioh.
Yeah.
And she beat Yugioh. This still has the makings of a phenomenal arc. It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
For Roman in this
I
case.
still think, and I'm not entirely convinced that Princess G will actually interact with them. She could just be there, but she's like watching from like
and
a
she
box
could be very
seat
impressed by
or something like
Roman's
that.
ability.
And I think her being that humanizing character could lead to them later talking, probably dueling, more of that mentorship. So
Yeah.
I just think it serves.
Winning isn't everything.
Yeah, it serves Roa more. Now, yes, some people have been commenting. That means Dylan and I in this case, we could be picking then Gakujo is what we're saying. So yeah, it is tied from episode to episode going there, but we could get more to that next week.
If Roman wins,
Yes.
get this shirt clean so I can wear it.
Wow.
Listen, I'm
was
always
talking smack.
going to be Roman
said
Empire.
that, I didn't say that.
I absolutely love Roman. I was feeling very Roman-esque up until probably the summary came out. I knew going into this I was probably going to pick Roa. And that's why my inner struggle that you saw, because you know I love Roman, that inner struggle was knowing that I felt I had to pick against her. The other time where I felt I had to make a difficult pick, in fact, the last time that me and Pete chose together and Nick T and Caliber did not, was Yuga Nail round 1.
Yep.
And we both said Nail was going to win that. So
Yeah.
we'll hope history repeats itself here.
Or not.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Hard duel to
Either
pick.
way, I'm excited.
Either way, by the way, I win. If my pick's wrong and Roman beat Yuga and Roa in one arc, great.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic. I'm wearing the goat mask all next week.
I know.
I mean, I'm ecstatic.
Works out.
So it's a win-win for
You
me.
did it. You did take the win-win road for yourself.
I did take
You
the
either,
win-win
you
road
either
for
win
myself.
here or you get what you want.
I've seen too many summaries.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Because the way you've been phrasing it in the past, maybe up until 2 weeks ago, where it was like, oh, Pete in the first, you and then Cal and I pulling up the rear, as you said, sweeping dead last.
Yes.
So now, if we win, I'm in the middle,
And me and you are.
and you
pulling
guys
up the
are
rear.
you going to change the language a little bit, or are you going to twist the narrative again?
And slightly behind
You'll probably
Nick T
twist it, yeah.
are Cal and Dill.
Well, it would be a tight
Are you
race.
going to be consistent, or are you going to be hypocritical?
Well, no, it would be a tight race. Actually, it would get tighter at the top. That's what would make it pretty interesting, because Pete would be
And
down
see,
to
that's
three.
the thing too. Is like I feel like I'm playing with house money, right? Like I have been overwhelmingly.
Pete, by the way,
destroying
I mean, it's
you.
not-
I
So,
saw.
it's lady match,
I know a lot of
so-
people might be shocked that me and Pete are picking Roa for this duel. Pete, by the way, has literally been the GOAT when it comes to the pick'em.
You should wear
He's
the
number 1. He's 36
I'll
and
put it on
4.
next week.
He is leading the pick'em standings. So
Well, Pete, like
I'm honored to
you know,
ride with
like
you.
in the beginning of the show, they show like the top of hexagon, and then like way above in his own chair is Mr.
Yeah.
Gohan. That's you
you're
right now.
Gohan.
That's you right now.
And
You're
we're
just-
top of hexagon.
You're just looking down on us.
You guys are all the Asanas and the nails and everything, and I'm Otis. I'm up here, and you're all leading to me. That's what it's
Oh,
about.
shit, dude.
yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, right. Like me and Nick T are like Roa and Nail. Caliber is like Arya, Arata, and yeah.
I even put myself down to hunt.
Nah, Hunt,
Well, at least you get a maximum.
And a lot of money.
yeah. So no, you know.
Yeah, I walk around with my bling bling.
That's true. This guy's got money, so
That's
that
true.
could be a good comparison.
Who is most of the chat picking, by the way?
I see it's
very
pretty
split.
split.
Very split.
Make sure you
I
get
think
your.
I see a little bit more Roman,
Yeah.
but it's pretty split.
I've also seen
This-
that this is a top 10 anime betrayal.
If I picked Roman, okay, if I picked Roman, it would have been like me picking YUGIOHPICKEM to beat Bowman.
Remember when he did that?
It would have been me picking with my heart.
Yeah.
No, because you know what the difference is?
Roman's
What
a-
credibility did Howie have?
No, you're right. Roman's. You're right. Actually, it's wrong
on.
for me to put them in the same.
Yeah.
tier.
You were at that point because that was what like episode 92,
Yeah.
something around
You
there.
already
You
knew, yeah.
You were hoping that this was the moment
That she
that
turns.
this character is going to finally turn. Boy, will you miss
Not only did she lose that, she had another duel. Remember
I-
in season 3, it lost that
yeah,
as well.
I think
tag
I
league.
picked with you, didn't I?
I think
I'm
you
pretty
did.
sure I picked because I wanted that with all my heart.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was going to
I
happen.
think
for a second.
I think me and Pete literally said you guys are picking with your heart, and Dylan's like, I know, I'm picking with my heart, but she's gonna win.
Elaine added me and said, "Tell Dylan if he is wrong, free Roman shirts for every."
Well, we're already getting.
If you know what, if I am wrong, I will give away 3 Roman Empire shirts to people in the
That's
chat.
sick. Wow.
Yeah.
We could, there's probably some
We'll
raffle
do
thing
we'll
you
do
could
that.
set
At,
up.
Easy.
we'll do that at the season finale show. I'll also give Entame's manager a Roman Empire
She's
shirt
a
as well.
huge Roman.
Big Roman fan.
Yeah,
So
huge
yeah,
Roman.
we'll do that at the end. We're not, or Shiose's manager. I'm sorry. But yeah, so those are our picks. Two Roas, 2 Romans. It's split. It's gonna be tight, and it's gonna be a good duel.
It's a great way to stay in shape.
I was really hoping Gakuto Nail was the first tool because I would have been able to
Then
pick
it-
Nail,
yeah.
and then no matter what happens there, well then we know what we
Then
can do
we're
Roa
good.
Roman.
But they knew. They knew.
They knew.
They couldn't make
They
it
knew we're
happen.
doing this pick 'em.
Yeah,
They know.
they know.
So-
Well, we're the number
Well, they're
one
watching.
watch.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Sevens
watching.
podcast in the world.
That's right. According to Reuters.
I think Forbes said that about us, didn't it?
Yeah. I think Dylan's like the top
Listen.
30 under 30.
Well,
Yeah,
Dylan
he is.
hit 30 under 30. Yeah.
I'm always gonna support. I'm always gonna be the leader of the Empire. But right now, wins aren't everything. You gotta know that.
Top 10
I'm-
trails of all
That's,
time.
yeah, I mean that's you really can't say the leader of the empire. That's like an emperor admitting that.
Well, he's not Julius Caesar. He's just one of the guys that stabbed
He's like
Julius Caesar.
after the Roman Empire fell, he took over the Byzantine Empire, and he still thought he was just as powerful.
Man, he's not.
That makes sense, actually. I like that.
Roman forever. You know I love Roman. But
Prove it.
I'm
Trying to
picking
convince
with
himself.
my brain
Prove
here.
it.
Prove it. Change your pick.
What if I just started getting really emotional? I was like, please let me change my pick. I made a mistake. Would you guys let me?
We're just screaming
Oh,
at him.
absolutely. That would make it so much better.
Dude, we'd have to say no, dude.
Oh my god.
Mike.
Oh,
You say Mike?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, compared to the Sevens characters we're picking for him.
it's simple.
But Pete,
yeah.
next.
Well, Nick D's got it.
Oh, we're doing back to the
Yeah, we're gonna get back to some.
Yeah.
Again, if Roman wins 3, the chat is gonna win 3 free Roman Empire T-shirts. We're gonna do that giveaway at the end of the season, during the finale episode. So
That'll be amazing. Okay,
Let's go.
we've got $5 from Ice Aiden.
Ice.
I
thank
was
you, Ice.
more hype for Asana and Tiger backstory than anything Goha 66 was up to.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
how
yeah.
disappointing Boomer Clown 66 has been. Great name. Great name.
100%, right? I mean, I completely agree.
No one
with
cared
that.
about
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
They're done.
Boomer.
Yeah,
They're done.
completely agree with that.
I can't put my
Zoomer.
finger on what I want them to call what they compare to in real life, but I feel like there's a group out there that represents them in real life.
Westboro Baptist Church.
No, they're not that extreme.
That might be the best thing you've ever said on this podcast.
I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind. I can't
My
really
God.
explain it.
I actually expunged them from my mind, so I brought it right
I
back.
forgot they existed. Fuck.
Okay.
Excuse me. What do we have here? Oh, X-Slayer. Thank you, man. $5 donation using the link. Thank you, X-Slayer. What I want in Season 2 is that we need more of a world of Sevens outside of Goha City, where maybe there is a time skip in the beginning of the arc, and we see how the Rush Duel population has been growing throughout the world outside of
Yeah,
Goha.
like we cut over to Den City, and we just see what's going on over there. I mean,
This guy,
Oh,
this guy and
It's
his
like
brains
wrong.
love,
He
man.
doesn't empty it.
Well, do you agree with that? Do you feel like the world has been a little? Do you think we need to get out of Goha City a little bit?
Expand
yeah,
the world.
I think so. I
Yes.
think it was necessary to be here for this time because this is where everything is
World
originated.
building right now.
We have gotten
no way.
little. That was horrible.
that was
We've
rough.
gotten little hints that Rush Duels is around the world. We got that was probably the only meaningful thing in the Freaky Fish episode that we got about.
It's global,
but,
baby.
Yeah, I would like to see some other stuff.
Yeah,
I agree.
X-Slayer, I fully agree.
But remember, Vrains did that. How long were we in Den City, and then immediately we meet Soulburner, and we go a little bit somewhere else.
Yeah.
I forgot. So
how long of a? If there is a time skip, how
That's
long
so-
do you want it to be?
So weird that you say that. Shiose literally commented, Shiose wants time skip.
Oh, really? I think a lot of people would like.
I think
A time skip's always good.
3 months.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say 3 years.
3 months.
I would say a year.
2.
I would say a year as well.
2 years.
I think a year as well would be good.
Yeah, it's enough to get them like as like. It's
2
almost like a
years-
coming of age story then.
Yeah.
2 years, they're all apart. Yuga has not been seen.
What?
No, stop.
It's like Yusaka all over.
Do you think from season 1 to season 2 there will be a time skip?
No.
Time skip.
I like that.
Skip.
Time skip.
That's why I said no.
There will be no skip.
What do you think?
There will also be no skip.
What do you think?
I'm just gonna go be the contrarian and say yeah.
I thought you were gonna say
Well,
a different sequence.
I think-
Yeah, I don't think there will be either. I hope there is.
I think if there's a time skip, it would be like a month. Like it would be a very short, not really a time skip on purpose. Just like
Obviously.
it's not the next day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. X-Slayer, thank you for using the link. Thank you for being an incredible supporter. Thank you, my man. A few more.
Yes, we have 2 Real from Kaio Cesar Campos.
Thank you, Kaio.
Don't be sad if Tiger lost. She's better in Master. She could be better in Master Duel.
She could. Well, actually, in Master Duel, she's 1-0. She beat Rook. That's all we know
That's all
about
we
her.
know.
True.
But that's good enough to say she's the best Master Duelist we know in the show.
That's very true.
She was messing people up.
She
back
was
in the day.
meta. She was running. She was running links.
She had some salmon grades.
Also, what Chiose said about the time skip thing, 2 years minimum, but Chiose wants 3.
Yeah, I'd be okay with 3.
That would be.
The thing is, when
there's no
when
way.
you get to 3, you then have to, I think, change character designs a little bit. You have to make them look older.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
with a year that, I mean, at the age they're at now,
They've proven
a
that they
year.
could do younger. So why can't
Yeah.
they do older?
Man,
And also, like, Roman's design has,
20
varied
years.
time to time, like different outfits that kind of.
Yeah, they've kept Roman's outfits fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Razor Shark made a good point. 7 months, 7 days, 7 weeks, and then 7
my
days
God.
type of time skip if possible.
Yeah,
Dude.
they probably will do that.
Some
Or
sort of
666.
7-year time skip would put them in college.
Yeah,
Dude.
Rook's just tapping
The
a keg.
entire-
He's just going
the
in.
entire second season is about how to pay off their student loans.
Wow.
It's the
That's
entire second
miserable.
season.
That's meta.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And then the
Finance.
crazy thing is, at the end of it, they realize that they won't pay it off for like another 30 years.
And then they have, but then if they like can market rush duels to be like more profitable,
Yeah.
then they join Goha to make money, and then they sell their souls, and then
Right.
and then the
To
next
corporate.
generation goes up against them.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I like that. I like that a lot.
That's where you've heard it here first, folks.
That's depressing. Another 2 Real from Kaio. That just implies that Siegel Chan is best girl. I think that was going back to something else we'd said about Siegel Chan. I don't remember, but
Siegel Chan is best girl because she has the binoculars.
Yeah.
The binoculars of truth.
Remember, also that team just randomly carries a ladder.
Yeah.
All of it.
just so they can climb.
It's symbolic because they're climbing to reach their goals.
Yeah,
I think
not
they're
only that,
climbing
you
down
never
from
you
the-
never know when you're going to need a ladder. I will
Also-
Where are they hiding that ladder?
play devil's advocate.
Well, in the big.
It's
backpack.
one of the foldable ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think it's in
be
the
a back-
backpack?
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits in the back.
You think it's in
Well, Pete, could it also be a reference to the corporate ladder, and that's why they put it on the ground to emphasize taking down the corporate ladder?
See, I thought at first it was a reference to the moon landing, but
I
then that's
thought-
not real. So then
Oh,
they
True.
can't
true.
do
Yeah,
that.
Stanley Kubrick did.
That's true.
Yeah,
They can't be that.
he
then.
did direct that.
Next.
$10 from X-Slayer.
X-Slayer. Shit, thank you, man.
What
Thank
up,
you, dude.
everyone? Hope your day's been
What
good.
up?
Yes.
This
What's
episode is
up?
definitely one of my favorite episodes of the arc,
Yes.
but also seventh as a whole. Can't wait for Romin duel this week.
Completely
Yes.
agree, and I think we've got 3 fantastic duels. No matter who wins,
gonna be
Roman's
great.
going to be a
I'm-
blast. Gagato Nail, I think, has really good
Yeah, it's gonna
potential.
be good.
I think
Yes.
that's the one duel that people are sleeping on because Yuga Rook, Roa Roman, those are duels that we've been excited about for a while. Gagato Nail, we weren't starting to flirt with that idea until the super team was created, and then we were like,
Exactly.
oh crap, that's the matchup.
And with Ronze
leaving,
yeah.
now it makes sense.
Yep.
And that was like 6 weeks ago,
Yep.
7 weeks ago. We haven't had a lot of time to be hyped about this duel, and I think the other 2 duels kind of suck the energy out of this one a little bit because of the amount of hype around them. I think Gagato Neal has a lot of potential here. I really do.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Anytime Neil is on screen, I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think we meme a lot about Gakuto, but there's no way to me that it's going to be like a clean sweep. He's going to put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah, well, I mean,
If it's a loss, I'm saying if
Yeah.
it's a loss.
that's the other reason why picking against Roman hurts because Nail kind of needs a win. He's the only character that doesn't have a
He
win
does,
this
but then
arc.
at the same time, I've been burned by that ideology before.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think
we
with
all?
You can't pick with that.
and I think with Ronze kind of being there, I think there could be some motivation for Gakuto to want to free her from Neil's grasp, even though
prove to
Neil doesn't
her-
even want her.
He's like,
Yeah.
please
You know,
take her.
so-
Please.
But, we can talk more about that next week.
Yeah.
But there's some more stuff there.
Yeah,
So
well,
there's
yeah,
a lot,
we'll
there's
see,
a lot
yeah.
to unpack with that.
Yeah.
Another 5 from Kaio. Salabadalo 44 said that the binoculars are a sign that Studio Bridge is watching you. Also, the brothers' revelation: the company is ruled by pigeons.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, can we even get
I
to
said that. Yeah, Schwer's whole family is
Cal-
pigeons.
Yeah, Cal said that.
yeah,
and
Schwartz,
we
yeah.
never went to that.
Dylan goes, yeah.
What's the name of the song? How do
Oh
you
my
sing
god,
song?
that jingle was so good, dude.
Yeah, that's a good
And
one.
I like
Hold on. I
that
think
Rook,
episode already
Rook
cute.
knew the jingle.
Yeah, and he's
Not
like,
only
yeah,
that,
that's
he
it.
sang it, and then Schwer sang it back. to him.
That was like
That's right.
That was our DNR carpet moment.
Yeah,
was-
that's absolutely
Yeah,
right.
oh,
For
perfect
the
timing. Here we
dono.
go. Hold on. Oh wait, let me
You don't want to get copyrighted.
I want to mute the podcast before I play this out loud.
あの有名な白馬と加山の宅配便のあれかその白馬と加山の宅配便
It's so good, dude. It's so good. That's a jingle.
That is a jingle.
That's a jingle.
Yeah.
It's funny though when they with the whole brothers revelation. I was like, oh, I guess Shore's family adopted a bird, and I was like, nope, his whole family is pigeons.
Yeah.
No,
They
they
adopted
adopted
him.
him.
They adopted him.
I'm not hearing any other theories.
You
on
know,
that.
they adopted him. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But up until that point, I was like, oh, that's sweet. They took a
He's like a
pigeon and he's the brother.
Tarzan, right? Like
Yeah.
he somehow learned pigeon language
Yeah.
because he was adopted at a
Yeah,
young age.
which we've seen in media before.
Yeah.
But it was definitely unexpected.
Did not. see that
Unexpected twist in this
coming. Yeah,
episode.
did not see that coming.
And I don't really have much to say on it. I mean,
they straight up almost died.
yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
no,
we
that,
see how they ended up under the snow.
that
so.
scene was sad. I mean, it was sad when they
Yeah.
did it at the end of 37. I thought it was sad in this episode too. One of the sadder moments. Yeah. Thank God Asana found them.
Yeah, Sana and her grandpa.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, it's like a little ding at the end there. That's nice. It rings.
And of course, the Rook knows it.
Yeah, and of course, I mean,
Well, he's probably getting packages delivered to his house all the time.
all the
Yeah.
time, dude. You know, he just.
He's one of those
yeah.
where like the parents yelling at their
Like,
kids,
you
like,
can't
"You
keep
take my
ordering."
credit card
Yeah,
again."
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Kaio, thank you, my man.
We got another 5 from Drago77 Blue.
Drago.
Wow, Trago,
Man,
jeez,
keep-
thank you.
keeps going.
Yeah, jeez.
What's your prediction on how the next arc/season will start after this one?
This is something we are absolutely going to talk about more towards the end of this season of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! At the moment, I have no theories, just that whoever is orchestrating this tournament is going to be kind of revealed, and they will be the main boss going forward into the next season. So I think the boss of Season 2, the boss, is going to be the character that is orchestrating everything right now.
The Otis arc.
This will not be solved by the end of this season. No way.
The Otis arc.
If you think it's Otis, sure.
The minimum mark.
And of course, we will
Thank
have a new
you
summon mechanic as
for
well.
the
But
dono.
Drago, great question, man. Do you guys have any theories?
The little
Hard to
girl.
say right now. We're going to be
It's very
talking a
hard
lot
to say.
more
I
about
need
it.
to keep an eye on the next couple
Yeah,
episodes.
we're going to be talking a lot more about it soon, definitely.
The little girl on the phone in episode 2 arc.
You know, you never know. You never know. I know I sold on that, but, you know. Or maybe I held. I don't remember. But either way, it could be possible. We got another 5 from Kaio. Sevens. Yu-Gi-Oh! That aim for kids, but the main characters occasionally get a bad trip. What's LT? Little tiger almost crying while looking for Luke. Luke
Yeah,
was cute.
that
Yeah,
was-
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the real care.
I think it was a mixture of being worried about Rook and knowing she had to leave Asana's
That they
side.
had to split up.
Yeah, in dangerous weather conditions. So I think that was
Clearly, it
sad.
wasn't that dangerous because
Well, not for her.
she was running around with no shoes.
Yeah, not
on.
for her, but also if me and Dwayne Johnson are in, a jungle. I mean, it's not dangerous for Dwayne Johnson. It's going to be a little dangerous for me. So,
I think they're both very capable. That was all I was
Yeah.
getting in was flashback scenes of the Ellie Dina stuff in Last of Us Part 2.
yeah.
That's all I was thinking about.
Oh my
Some
god.
decent comparison. Thank you,
That game is trash.
Kyle. Stop.
We're fighting right after that.
Oh god.
Kaya with another 2 Real.
Jeez, thank you, Kyle.
Asana can take a hot tub to run on the snow. Because I think that was in reference to what
Yeah.
Cal said about
Yeah.
the...
Maybe.
Because no
Why
one
do
has
white people
the
shit?
no one has the determination like Tiger.
No.
No. Thank you, Kyle.
A 5 Australian dollars from Electric Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
What is your favorite type of Yu-Gi-Oh villain, and what type of villain do you want/expect to see in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens?
My favorite type is the unhinged, just evil
Married,
SOB.
bro.
Yeah.
The betrayal type villain, kind of like a Vector and Zale. The unhinged, those are the ones that I like. I like those villains more than like a Zone. I don't know why. I know a lot of people love Zone. But those are the kind of villains that I love. I love like the really like Sayu, even like when he got fully possessed by the Light of Destruction during that Edo duel. That's one of the best transformation scenes I've ever seen with a villain. And then of course he's defeated 2 episodes later. But I just love when villains become completely unhinged.
Yeah.
I would not mind seeing a villain like that in Sevens. I don't think we are going to get a villain like that in Sevens. No. I think a villain will be more like a Mr. Goha or an Otis, again, potentially an Otis, working things behind the scenes, trying to manipulate. Even Yuga said to him, "You're trying to manipulate me, aren't you?" Manipulating things for their own benefit, like we're seeing this villain now, manipulating Goha 66, manipulating this tournament. But I don't think we're ever going to get that villain that has a bloodthirst, which are those are the kind of villains I love.
I think the villain could end up being like a puppet master style in terms of like how they would duel, like a very like because how they've been pulling all the strings behind the scenes, like you said, could run just like with like a puppet master type deck, which would be like creepy but also like intricately thought out in the same way.
Like 4 early on in Zale, 4 Quattro, phenomenal, loved him.
Very true. Yeah, I think we could just definitely get someone like we take what we have with Mr. Goha or Otis and like a step in the dark direction. Like we're just not too far, a little bit further. I like the Puppet Master thing, but like, yeah, not as far as like an unhinged. But I think we can go a little bit slightly darker into like some creepy territory.
Although I do say I don't think we're going to get a character that has like a bloodlust. But at the same time, Mr. Goha did look at Rowan and say we have to choke the life out of him. So there might be some like,
and he's also draining the life out of every
potentially
person.
So again, he's But what about you? I mean, you're a villains guy.
Big villains.
There's all different types.
I love
villains.
all types of villains.
Yeah.
For me, I usually side more with the ones that are calculating. I like when they're 10 steps ahead and then you can get flashbacks or go back into episodes and go, oh, that was a hint Easter egg right there, and I completely missed that at the time. I also think that is the best type of villain to work in this show in Sevens, because the bloodlust thing, I really just, there's no way in the world this show, unless it takes some insane turn and maybe changes a studio, is going to do something like that. I don't think we're even going to get anything very dark. I think maybe a little bit more serious like we've gotten with, and I've been saying for a while, watch out for Mr. Goha, watch out for the drone there, but I think we're going to get, unfortunately for me, more in the vibes of a 66. I think at the end of the day, it's just, this show is about our protagonists and about friends and stuff like that, and it's really not about any antagonists and serious threats. It's just not.
I agree with that.
Like a Jean-Michel Roget. We got one of those.
He was
a few people actually they're hoping for a Battle Beast one.
Whoever I want as a mod, I'll ban anyone who said it. I want him
That's
banned.
like 3 different people.
I want him banned.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kidding.
He's sweat. I want him banned.
Get him out.
God. Let's have a guy that does nothing but mumble for 5 episodes in the middle of the
that would fit. That would fit the show.
No, it wouldn't. Actually, Sevens would not do something
Schrodinger
as
becomes Battle Beast.
No, that's who said that.
No, I said that.
Okay, well then you're
Nick
off
T is
the pod.
IRL banned.
He was about to ban someone right there.
Oh, deep breaths. All right. Well, yeah, great question.
Well, I guess Alex is one of the people because Alex goes, I'm finally getting banned. Thank God.
That's how I feel every time
Alex
one of my streams.
unhinged, bro.
Every time one of my streams gets taken down, that's how I feel. It's finally over.
It's over.
Thank you.
The channel's finally deleted.
We have $4 from Adola Burst.
Oh, Maddie, thank you, man.
Yeah, dude. Hope you're all having a great night.
Hope you are too, man.
Hope
you're
you're doing well, Matt.
Thank you, dude. Love you, man. Thank you.
Great talking to you, man.
Yes.
$5 from Nick Schoner.
Nick Schoner, thank you, my man.
Like the backstory, and for the new player, it might be that girl in the red dot at the end of the episode, from where we met the noodle guy. The red dot.
At the end of the episode.
Go to
what?
Go to
no,
shop.
I don't.
Of this episode?
Go to shop.
No, of the episode that we met Menzabura.
The red dot that was Nail, wasn't it? At the end of 13.
Oh, like,
Yeah,
Like
when he was watching. I thought that was Nail the whole time.
Nobody's saying, is there a girl? No, I think that was Nail. I think that was Nail.
I think that was
if
Nail.
that's what he's referencing.
Yeah. Because that was the ramen shop. But maybe I'm thinking of something else. What episode, Nick?
Well, that was the other ramen shop, though.
No, he's.
The camera thing was at the ramen shop they couldn't go in.
Right, the Vrain's ramen shop.
Was that the same episode that we met Menzaburo?
Yes.
It is?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Then yeah, that was Neil.
Yeah, to me that was Neil.
Yeah.
Neil.
Shiosei agrees.
No.
Unless there's a different.
Yeah, unless we're not thinking about something,
Yeah, it
which
could
could
be
be our
different.
fault.
Could be different.
Then it's my bad.
That is our best. Nick, you can always DM me, man. But thank you, Nick. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, dude.
We got 5 more real from Kaio. When the pandemic is over and you start to invite people over again, with this or more games, Sevens Up will be leveled to a full TV program. Rent a stage.
We could.
Buy,
So,
sell, and
We've been
hold,
talking
baby.
about...
So I think after the season ends, I think we're going to... I mean, in 30 days from now, we will all be fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
Me and Caliber are fully vaccinated. They have 1 shot in them. So, Nick T and
Halfway
Pete.
there.
So, we'll all be fully vaccinated. I mean, we're definitely going to be more comfortable with having people on probably in a month or 2. And we're going to be having guests on way more. We're going to do a big Jump Festa stream, which will be a blast.
That'd be great. I feel like
it'll
he's
be
implying we're going to have a live studio audience.
We should.
I mean, he
Let's
said rent the
studio.
stage, full TV program.
Remember the studio they had set up for WandaVision?
Yeah.
We just do that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we lived closer to like a bunch of people, I would not mind having a live studio audience.
Well, that's why I
Well, it's
said.
kind of like what Jump Festa was, where there was 8 of us on screen, and there was probably about a dozen.
Yeah,
off
so
screen.
Jump Festa, we had, if you guys remember, this was 2019, not 2020, when Sevens was announced. We had, and Pete did a great job of doing a highlight of that video, so you can always look that up. We had 8 people on pretty much the entire time,
Yeah, it was
and
a good time.
people were rotating. I got food catered, I got pizza. I mean, it was a blast, and people were just. Some people never made camera. I mean, Barrett and his fiance Lorraine were here. Lorraine was never on stream, so there's some people that come that just want to come for the experience, but
for
don't
the
want to be on
drink.
camera and for the free food and stuff, and that's completely okay. Ideally, I want my Jump Festa parties to continue growing.
700 people.
Ideally, I would like it to be maybe up to 50, 100 people one day.
Well,
but,
then
we'll see.
there's no way we're fitting them down here, so we're definitely going to need
no,
that.
well,
And if we do fit him, it'll be 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, this probably will be the last Jump Festa at this location.
Yeah.
So that one would
And
be...
that means when you go to another location, you'll have even less room than this place. So then your dreams are they're long dead.
That's probably when I get a house.
And we're going to be
purchase-wise.
building
Streamer
a
house.
house with our own
Streamer
2
house.
hands.
Right, aren't we? Yeah, we were going to... Would you guys watch us if we streamed at building a house in, like, Pennsylvania? Did I tell you about that idea?
No, you did
Yeah, but it's gonna be weird because when you
Oh,
when
no,
you
you
take
didn't.
it-
I didn't. You're going to do the electrical work, right? That's what
Yeah,
you
that was
said.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
When you
We're
take it out of the
doing the
box.
electrical.
No.
You're doing
You're.
Okay.
You have those.
I'm gonna
skills.
do. Well, I'm gonna be like the guy, like kind of commentating on everything and directing it.
No.
Yeah.
Nick T's
You're
doing.
going to be a foreman, useless.
No,
Classic, dude.
sorry to any foreman's watching.
My dad was at
uh,
some point.
I was just gonna say when you take the house out of the box, all you're gonna have to do is fold the legs out and it'll be done. So then it'll be an hour if you just
Is
don't.
that worth it? We'll figure it out, but that's the idea for Jump Festa. So
Shiose said build a house. Shiose, we'll have you come out. What should we get her to do? How about you run all of our fiber optic cables for the whole house?
actually, that's something that Shoshi could probably
Yeah.
do.
She built a computer.
Did you have something in mind for me to do, or am I not part of this?
You were
Yeah,
doing
you are.
plumbing, I think. No, I'm doing
I
plumbing.
thought I was doing plumbing.
I thought I
I'm
was
gonna
doing
put
plumbing.
you
You're
in
the
carpentry.
contractor.
We got Mario and Luigi doing.
I'm gonna put you in.
plumbing.
I'm gonna put you in carpentry.
All right.
So you're
Carpentry?
responsible for the framing. Don't f it up.
All right, I look good in the frame. I can do that.
There you go. Yeah, we had one down in the basement for a while.
Yeah, well, we got a frame poster. Sure.
So,
That'll be up
Classic.
there.
I would love that. Honestly, it'd be sick. And then we can make it as big as we want because we bought like 100 acres of land.
We buy 100 acres of land in the Poconos, so we pay about 10,000,
right.
and then we just build the house.
I mean, Shadow Realm says streamer house. If it doesn't exist, create it. Remember when Bowman said that?
Exactly.
Right,
So let's do it.
Yep.
right.
Boom.
There you
That's
go.
the thought. Honestly, the thought process behind the whole thing.
Cal's gonna actually. He could give the financial advice. He'll actually work with the real estate agent to get us a discount
No.
on the house. on the
Work with the real
Wow.
estate agent, you
Yeah.
know.
You know that,
Yeah.
this guy. But in all seriousness, we are going to continue to try and get better equipment. Soundboard is next, so like, we can play like sounds, like I can hit a button and you'll
it's
hear
gonna be
Bazinga.
interesting.
Oh yeah, it'll be
For
great.
like for the next year or two of like how
What
this
happens?
podcast evolves, what we do we become pretty much remote at some point, things like
Yeah,
that.
hopefully not, but yeah,
So.
it'll be interesting. There's going to be some big changes, but
Lord.
my promise to
Lord.
you is always, as long as the Yu-Gi-Oh anime is going,
Bold. On accident.
we will continue to go. And it's your amazing supports coming to these, donating, and just
He's right.
being great. So we're super thankful for that.
So really quickly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip ahead because XLayer64 donated
Oh,
$50.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. X-Slayer.
Um,
X-Slayer, thank you so much,
dang,
man. Wow. Thank you, X-Slayer.
Going to predict Jump Festa for this year for Yu-Gi-Oh! The
Okay.
first thing is the Master Duel titles, where we get more information about it. Next is card game news, and lastly, based on what's getting printed, is possibly maybe a Zexal movie.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, X-Slayer, first of all, that is a massive donation. If you have the emotes, if you have the Aki love, if you're a channel member of my YouTube channel,
Oh, yeah.
please
Spam him.
spam those emotes at X-Slayer. I don't know what happened to my
We're going
pen.
Howie love here, baby.
X-Slayer, thank you so
Spam
much,
Howie
dude.
love.
I mean, you are one of the people that just on Twitch.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter, man. I mean, I owe a lot to you and for what you've done to me, and you have single-handedly turned this into like a really like cool like kind of streaming studio and setup. So I can't thank you enough for that, X-Slayer. Thank you for another just super generous, super amazing donation. You came into my life at actually a very difficult time, and the support that you have given me is just insane. I don't say it enough, man. Thank you so much, X-Slayer. Want to address all that because there's a lot there.
There's a lot there.
Master Duel video game. To be honest, X-Slayer, I think we're going to get the Master Duel video game news before Jump Festa. I think we're going to get news on the Master Duel video game in the fall. I think they're going to focus on the Rush Duel game in the summer. I think we'll get a little bit of news in the Master Duel game in the fall. Now, I don't fully disagree with you, though, because I think we're going to get more news, maybe an official release date or an actual trailer or more gameplay at Jump Festa. So I don't disagree there.
Fucking go, bro.
Card game news, 100%. 100% agree. Card game news, 100% agree.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Now, the big one here, a Zexal movie.
That's
wow,
huge. That was
that
a
is a bold prediction.
Based on what's
I
being
like it.
printed, based on what's being printed, it's not baseless.
A lot of Zexal support. I mean, yeah. So here's my thing. I don't personally believe we are going to get any movie ever again.
Ever again.
Ever.
I don't think we're ever going to get another Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Yeah,
Ever.
Ever.
I would get if that statement was
That
just about
is
any
bold.
Gallop movie, any Gallop title, but never again for any Yu-Gi-Oh! Ongoing.
So here's my thought. I believe that they are afraid, seeing even how they're afraid of spin-off merch, I think they're afraid to give a spin-off a movie. I think they're terrified of putting resources into giving a spin-off a movie. And now that we're away from Studio Gallop fully, are they going to maybe go back to Gallop for them to do a movie? Or are they going to get... I mean, getting a different studio to do a movie in that style, I feel like would be difficult unless maybe you go to a Mappa or like a really, really well-known studio that has
Don't get me-
great
don't get me-
animators,
don't get me
which
hype.
which will never happen. It'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen. So I just believe that when it comes to movies, Yugimoto or bust has been their motto their
Yeah.
entire existence. Even when they were with Gallop, Yugimoto or bust. Yugi's story is dead. It is over. Dark Side of Dimensions was Dark Side of Dimensions was a fantastic conclusion to the story of Duel Monsters, to the story of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Until I see something that tells me, maybe they're not afraid of putting that much resource and budget into a spin-off. I don't believe it'll ever happen. I haven't seen that for 15 years. I don't think that's going to change. So, and I hate even saying that. I hate feeling that way. As you know, I am one of the more optimistic people when it comes to stuff like this. But what do you mean? I'm a very positive guy. But this is something that I
Only when it fits your narrative.
Check Jump Festa 2019 if you want to agree with that one. You know, right?
What about the Reigns season 3 rant?
What about it?
Yeah, what about the Battle Beast rant? What about a lack of Owie? Owie deserve better. Was that
That was me
positive?
defending Aizazen. That was me defending Aizazen, saying she was an
know.
interesting.
Listen.
You know what?
Listen,
you might need to
you I view you as a Skip Bayless like. You just put on a character.
facade, if you will.
Anyone who's ever talked to me knows this is really me. X-Slayer, thank you for a massive donation. And by the way, X-Slayer, I don't know if I've said this. I hope you're right.
It's not so fast.
Year of Utopia, Year of Zexal, Year of Yuma. X-Slayer, I hope you're right. Give us a Zexal movie. if I'm wrong, dude, I will eat more hot wings, bro. Give us a Zexel
Can
movie
we
and Trump
anyway,
Fest.
by the way?
I didn't get to eat the hot wings.
Love
so
you, man.
I was gonna ask you guys when would be an appropriate stream for us to
We could just eat
to
that
eat
like
'em again.
not on stream. Like we could just get dinner.
No, I wanna do it on stream. I feel like I
I know you're a
cheated the
camera
people
kind
out.
of guy.
Yeah, and you
Well,
also.
no, I feel like I owe it to the people to eat the hot wings on stream too.
X-Slayer, once again, thank you so much, dude. Thank you, X-Slayer.
Hold
Yes,
up.
thank you. I was gonna jump back into the queue, but I have to skip ahead again
Oh,
because
God.
Otis Cunningham donated
Otis.
$50.
Oh, shit. Otis.
Also, here's my Yu-Gi-Oh taxes.
Otis. That's not a thing, Otis. Come on, man. Otis, first of all, Otis...
Tax day was a couple days ago.
Am I
was.
wrong,
Your
Otis?
taxes were like 2 days ago.
Otis, you're not even watching Sevens,
Well, I guess
right?
he got his maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
he got his return.
99% sure Otis is not
Yeah, I don't
even
think so
watching
either.
Sevens. $50 donation. Jesus Christ, man. Otis, thank you so much, dude.
Can't wait to go visit him at Universal.
Spam those Aki hearts, dude.
Spam the
God,
Aki.
No. I'm spending Owie hearts.
Wow.
Because she deserved better.
Otis,
He deserved
man.
better, I mean.
The Yu-Gi-Oh taxes are not a thing. Again, everything. Yeah, I'm not watching it. And why? Oh my God, Otis.
Crazy.
Well, thank
I
you
love
for
this
being
guy.
here. Every viewer helps a lot, and donations like that, every donation helps tremendously. Donations like that, I can't even begin to explain, man. You've also helped me out a lot. We've heard some amazing stories. I mean, I feel like you've been a friend for going back to the Vrains days. We know about your Universal experiences,
Oh my
man.
God, we were.
And we're gonna continue to chat. We're gonna continue to grow together.
Dude, do it.
I know Otis has come to us a lot of times for advice in the dating sphere.
Yeah,
and I
that-
know
we had some big talks
last
about
I
that.
heard, Otis was in a relationship. So
Is that? Oh, dude, I didn't know that. Actually,
I-
that's sick.
yeah, not sure if that. Hopefully, it's still
Yeah,
going
hopefully
on.
not.
He's locking it down.
But Otis, man, you inspire me, dude, and you're a great guy. Community needs way more people like you, and can't thank you enough, man. That is just wow. To get 2 of those in one stream is
Wowza.
This
And then
is
a
just
total of
nuts.
45 by Drago.
and then 45 from
So,
Drago. Really 3, yeah.
Some big donuts.
Thank you
This
guys.
is
That
just
second
crazy.
Sony camera's coming. We're gonna
Just
get multi
crazy.
shots. We're gonna get the trash cam.
We should have the trash can.
I want the
Every
trash
time
can.
it leaves someone's hand. it just-
Really, I think the next big investment is gonna be that soundboard.
Dude, it's gonna
Yeah,
be so
can't
much
wait.
fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be the
Yeah,
next big
Well,
investment.
then maybe like a small pair of speakers so we can actually hear the "I want you to buy."
Well, no, because with the soundboard, when you hit it, you
Use
can
it play
play
from
it.
the-
You can play it through Streamlabs.
But we wouldn't hear it.
But
It'd be too
they
big of an
would.
echo because then the mic would hear it.
But they would hear it.
Yeah.
They would hear it.
Yeah, as long as they hear, that's all that matters.
I guess.
We can go back and
Yeah,
hear
we'll
it
go back
after.
and watch the
Yeah, that's true.
Bye.
You guys are
We get
amazing.
we get
Otis,
earpiece,
yeah.
thank
We
you.
have
We have the budget.
AirPods.
Incredibly
Piece 'em up.
appreciate it,
You
man.
put AirPods.
X-Slayer, thank you. And thank you to everyone who's here. I can't stress
Good,
that
man. I'm
enough.
glad to hear that.
Follow up. The girlfriend thing is going great, by the
Yes,
way.
that's
Woo,
what I
dude,
like.
that's what I love to hear.
That's what I like to hear, my
If
man.
you had the thing, we would have.
Otis, I'm living through you, dude.
We would have a.
How do you think this relationship is going? Bye.
Like, if you had the thing, like when he said, like it's going great. By the way, you hit it. Applause,
Applause.
please.
That's right.
Dude, it'd be great.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a boo button every time Caliber speaks. Boo.
Wait, me?
That's where the donations are going. Just let me
Oh
know.
my god.
I love you guys.
Gotta
I can't
spice
wait.
things up a
I
little
can't
bit.
wait, dude. Holy
This is
shit.
gonna get messed up.
We could do a laugh
But
track.
that's awesome. Actually, I'm so happy to hear.
Yeah, we'll do a laugh
A
track.
laugh track when
But it'll
there's
just
like
be
a bad
bad
joke.
You get one of those like great moments. You get the whole audience. Aww.
Yeah.
Talking about something.
These nuts.
You
I
can
mean,
He's right.
right. Yeah.
Like for
But that was the Otis moment.
for that
That-
for that Otis moment, we could have gotten both clap and awe at the same time. Both aw.
yeah. Otis, we love you, man.
That's great.
Happy things are going good with you and the missus. And yeah, I'll see you in the Twitch streams. I'll see you in these streams.
Always good to see
You do not owe anything in Yu-Gi-Oh taxes. Nobody does. And if you did,
Well,
it would not be
McDonald's.
$50. I mean, unless you're living in New Jersey, it would not be that much. Let's not kid ourselves.
Hopefully, we'll see you at some point.
Absolutely,
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
man. When things clear down, when we're in Florida next, because we'll be in Florida again at some
Well,
point
we're
soon.
moving there, right?
All right,
That's
Streamer
true.
House.
Yeah.
But we definitely got to go back to Disney.
Absolutely, and Universal. We'll see you. We'll meet up, man.
I'm in.
Love you, dude. Thank you, Otis.
What? I'm in.
How many more do we have?
600.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10, 11.
11.
You guys are amazing. Keep going. I gotta use the restroom. I've been drinking a lot of water.
Okay, go
Um,
ahead. I'll pretend to be you.
Yeah, just want if there's any directed clearly towards me,
I'll
you
save
can
them.
obviously save them.
Oh,
Nope.
Yeah.
That we'll purposely address.
I'll answer
Love you
them.
guys.
Okay.
Hold on, let me switch
Dude,
seats.
all right, so we've got Goose for $5.
Good.
Actually, before you go, say it.
Sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone. And remember to keep things PG. Positively, Goose.
You paraphrased a little, but it was good.
Did I paraphrase?
You always had to remember.
You always had to remember. That's
Goose,
okay.
we love you, man. Thank you, Goose.
And keep things PG. But that was good. Yeah, I love you, Goose.
Goose.
So we've got 5 from T Pink Staff.
T, thank you very much for the 5.
Rook and Tiger's relationship is hilarious. It is.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I
like
feel
it,
a little bit bad for him at times, but I get it.
It
really
seems
comes
like
down
Rook
hard
has
on
like a PTSD almost.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Oh,
yeah.
He's terrified of her.
But that's why I was saying the thing about what should I call it? About him maybe, having that relationship where he actually maybe doesn't remember because it's such a big trauma for him. That,
Wow, he's repressing it.
Yeah, he represses it.
That would be bad. That'd be really bad.
Yeah, no, but like that was the dark twist. That was the dark
We
twist.
should send him to therapy. He could probably flesh that out a little bit.
Well, you could do that.
I could do that. Him and I could chat.
All right, keep it going.
We got
Tigers busts in and interrupts it.
Yeah, and like, oh, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, and it's maybe, or I'll maybe suggest family therapy, and like we'll have group sessions.
And have good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, it won't go well, but at least maybe they'll learn healthy habits. We got 2 real from Kaio. Cesar Campos. New video name, Re-illness from top to bottom.
Realness from top to bottom.
Kyle,
That's what I want his rap album.
Kyle,
That'd
thank you.
actually be a great rap album.
I like that. I think it would be a great album.
Yeah, but he also, that he has gone from, it's not been great.
It's
Why
a
did
cut-
real quick, I just clicked back to see.
Yeah, just.
They want me to just 2 weeks.
Because apparently you did do that.
I didn't.
According to Barrett.
No.
And then Alex
Sure.
said, yeah, spit on his
chair.
Yes, that was...
I don't like what's
I clicked on a very bad
I
time.
don't like what's
All right,
going.
next donor.
Another 5 from Kaio.
Thank you, Kaio.
Confirming, yes, Brazilian version of the SSN Social Security number. But here we call it the CPF. I'm going to try this.
Cadastro de Proceso Oficia. In English,
Thank you.
individual taxpayer registration.
Got it.
Dude, you just...
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Nice.
took Spanish, bro,
That's
in
fine.
elementary
That was
school.
good. That was pretty good, though.
Thank you.
You didn't roll the R's too much, but it's fine.
Here's a crazy thing. You took Spanish, but in Brazil they speak Portuguese.
Yeah, but they're
We
very
got
similar
him.
languages. But
Got
they're very
him, bro.
similar
Oh
languages.
my god.
So-
They're very similar
Nah,
languages.
you didn't stand a chance.
They're very similar.
Get him off the stage. Hit the button. Boo. Get him off.
Boo! I'll take that. But they are very similar languages.
No, they are.
They are.
With distinct,
They live next door, so.
with distinct differences.
True. That's why I like Canadian's similar to American.
Yeah.
They just say A, right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
the only
That's
difference.
the only difference. That and syrup.
That and French Canadian.
Oh yeah, but that's French, bro.
What did we have? Poutine, right? That was the big thing.
Yeah, did we eat that?
Yeah, we did,
It was
remember?
the gravy and the fry. Yeah,
That was the big
delicious.
dish.
Very big.
Of Montreal. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that
filling.
was
Oh, it
very
definitely
filling.
fills it.
Yeah, that was rough.
Okay.
We got another 5 from Kyle. Kyle's on a
Kyle,
roll.
thank you, Kyle.
Kyle.
Thank you. So
Imagine if the Sugetsu style has a secret technique, a max, a card that counters max or a new summoning method, and Gakuto mastered and used on Neil.
Wouldn't be surprised.
That would be
actually,
interesting.
this is good timing because I feel like this is something I would want Dylan to chime in
Yeah.
on, and I heard him, so you don't.
That
try
would
to hide.
definitely be
He was trying.
interesting. I don't know if
What's
they
the
would.
question?
I don't know if they would
What's
bring
the
in a
question?
new summoning method yet, personally. But I think that would be a very cool way to introduce
But
it.
yeah, especially or at least as of right now for like maybe a technique that would because right now
The technique, yeah.
Gakuto's would be at a disadvantage because Neil has the
The max.
max.
Yeah.
Imagine Sugetsu style has a secret technique, and then in parentheses a max, a card that can counter max or a new summoning method. And Gakuto mastered and used it on Neil.
It would be awesome. Most likely of those is a card that could counter
Yeah.
a
I think it'd
maximum.
be really cool to see. Actually,
We're gonna have to figure out how Nail is gonna beat Yugioh Dragon. Yugioh Dragon even got hyped up in this episode at the end when Braun was just like, "Wow, your Yugioh Dragon is amazing." So that's gonna be the ultimate test. Can Neil get over that monster, that behemoth?
For Gakuto.
Gakuto, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yeah, no,
Can
yeah.
Gakuto get
Gakuto,
over
you were in the back
that
for too
monster? It's going to be very difficult for him. And
you
we
do.
don't need to worry about that hypothetical if Roman beats Roa, because then Gakuto's losing.
Right.
So he doesn't need to
True.
get over Yugioh Dragon. But even if Roa beats Roman, I don't know if I can even pick Gakuto to beat Neil. I mean, that's still going to be hard.
it's going to be tough. It's
So-
very hard.
You can do it.
I mean that type of thing is you can't bank on it.
Right.
You can't bank
You
on
I'm
just
going
can't.
straight to the bank with it. Ha ha ha.
Nice,
No, it's going to be interesting.
So we have 2 more in a row from Kai. He just went like 4, 5 in a row.
Yeah, read them off.
5. So
Kyle, thank you, man.
5
Thank
and
you,
then 1,
Kyle.
2.
I
Quote:
don't have to be
I
here
see
anymore.
so many analyses on I'm a long time doing this, and that's why I chose Aoi to be Bowman. She will shiny.
She will shine someday.
Shine someday.
Yeah, she'll shine someday. Not any day in this life.
This is in reference to the pigeons.
She's shining into
Yes.
the cement.
She should.
You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't get that when you
Her
said
best
that.
moment was becoming an emote on my channel.
So this one, Cal, I didn't get it when he first
I
said it, but
picked up
Cal
on
just
it.
picked up on it. Stuart Little reverse, because Shore got adopted by pigeons
Oh
rather
my
than
God.
Rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
the mouse getting adopted by
Yeah.
people.
That's true though.
Sure.
Kyle,
Yeah.
that's a good reference there.
As soon as I saw that, I was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
nice.
Good reference there, man.
Speaking of Stuart Little, have you ever thought of like all the kids that got like glossed over in
That
favor
got
of getting in favor of getting adopted?
Yeah, but Stuart
adopting
Little
a
was
rat?
stunting. Like,
He was great.
He had a car,
But
remember?
real life kids
He had a
did
friggin'
not get
car.
adopted because a rat got adopted.
Yeah, but
A
he,
mouse.
Yeah, and he was talking. He was sentient. He knew what was going on.
Yeah, but he could have gone anywhere.
dude, it's like having a Pokemon.
Yeah, but
It's a sentient animal. You
there's
understand?
children starving.
So was his rat,
Mouse.
mouse.
Next
Oh my
up,
god.
we have 5 Aussie dollars from Electric Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yuga, Nail, and Gakuto are my top 3 favorite characters I mentioned of Sevens. Gakuto vs. Nail is a duel I'm most hyped for and wanted since last arc, and I'm hoping for a Gakuto win.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, with the choice I chose, it's not very likely in my eyes, but I would love to see it happen. I love
Yeah.
Gakuto. I would love to see him win.
That would be a crazy win for him.
Very.
Someone's getting a big win.
Someone's getting-
That's what I focused on immediately when this.
All these duels,
these
all 3
super
of them,
teams.
everyone's getting a big win.
Yeah, either Gakuto or Romin are getting a big win.
3 characters in these next 3 duels are getting big
Yeah,
wins.
because even if Roa beats Romin, that's his best win so far. Easy.
Easy.
He beat a character that's beaten the main pro tag.
That's it.
Whoa.
Power scaling, be damned.
Yeah.
We have $10 from Jack Knight 21.
Jack, thank you so
Jack.
much, Jack.
Jack
Thank
always
you,
gives that
Jack.
great insight.
Jack, I love you, Jack.
Hey,
That's my
Dill,
favorite line from you.
Cal, Nick T, and Pete. How's it going?
How's it going, man?
Going good, Jack.
Been busy recently. However, next will be... I don't know if we meant next week or next month, but next will be normal. Also, like the plot and the duel of this episode, extravaganza this weekend.
Ooh.
Jack, good luck at the extravaganza. Win a mat. Jack, if you know anyone that has any official giant cards, bro, let me know.
Yeah.
If you have any extra extravaganza mats also, and you don't want them anymore, also let me know because I would love to maybe purchase 1 or 2. But some of those extravaganza mats are gorgeous, man. Win a mat. Do me proud. Honestly, as long as you compete and have
Win
fun,
a mat,
you're
do me
doing us
proud,
fine.
and give me the mat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
After you did all the work winning it.
Sell me the map.
No, sell. No.
Sell.
I'm just asking. Jack, I love you, man. Keep killing it in Yu-Gi-Oh! You're great. One of the few people I know that plays extremely competitively and loves the anime.
Yeah.
Consistently, even back to Vrain.
You
So
love
Jack,
to see it.
you love to see it. We need more people like you, Jack. Love you, man. Have a great night, dude. Thank you for the big donation, dude. And hopefully things will get back to normal next week or next month, whenever they do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay.
So we have 2... So this is before the $50 one, but this is $2 from Otis Cunningham saying, "How's it going, lads? Hope all is well."
Otis, man. Yeah, that was a prelude.
And right back at you.
Yeah, right back at you, Otis. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Jeez.
What a guy.
He is a guy.
So we have $7 Canadian from Sin Cloud.
Oh,
it's been a
Sin
minute, right?
Cloud. Thank
Sin
you.
Cloud.
I'm back on Vimeo, and I'm going to start working on 5D's episodes. Also did episodes with alternative music, which is awesome because I've used Epic Music. Love to hear that.
Sin
That's
Cloud,
awesome.
I actually did not realize you were even back on Vimeo. I want to give Sin Cloud a big thank you. I do have a Patreon for those of you that don't know. That is a way to get some extra perks by supporting me. I think some of the tiers, you get access to an uploading schedule, you get access to an exclusive live stream every month, you get access to monthly letters that I'll write and send out. Sometimes they'll have cards in them depending on what tier, and at 40 and 100, even a voice call with me for an hour. So all the perks are listed on that channel, and $2 access or $5 access gets you entry to the Discord forever, which is also a cool perk. A lot of great people in that Discord. And I saw Sin Cloud actually earlier this month, a couple of weeks ago, pledged at an Egyptian god tier.
Wow.
So
Yeah, man.
yeah, Sin Cloud, just wanted to thank you so much for that, and looking forward to just thank you. You have been one of the craziest supporters
Throw
of
some
mine,
love in the chat.
and absolutely love it. Yeah,
Love
those
that.
hearts
Love
there for
that.
you, Sin. So I did not realize your Vimeo was back. I'm gonna make note of it.
Write that
Absolutely
shit down,
checking
bro.
that out
Write
tomorrow.
it down, dude. Faster.
So
Yeah, I'm always fascinated by SingCloud's videos just because
they're great.
I have no idea how that music, the original music, is like ripped out of there, and you could put in your own custom
Right.
music, or it's
The
very
process
impressive.
seems very very interesting.
Yeah, they do a good job of audio balancing that. It's good.
Yeah.
So SinCloud, thank you for the donation. Thank you for re-pledging at that tier. Very unnecessary. Love you, Sin. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hell yeah. We have $20 more from X-Slayer.
Excellent.
This guy's
Yeah.
Jesus
popping off.
Christ.
This guy, man.
X-Slayer, thank you, dude.
If we were going by the whole 6 years, where a Yu-Gi-Oh movie could be made, the Zexal movie would make sense since the show's 10-year anniversary, and we've been getting more Utopia and Zexal support.
No, I understand the reasoning for it, the 10-year anniversary.
Imagine that's what Gallup is doing. They've just been quiet, doing nothing, just because they're making a movie.
I mean, Zexal, the way it ended, you could just do a movie right from where it ended, right? I mean, I'm not going to spoil it crazily, but where Zexal ended, the anime, the movie just picks up where it ended. And you do an extra 90 minutes to 2 hours on that. 100% possible. Oh, that would be pretty nuts if Zexal was the anime chosen as the spin-off movie. My God, you want to talk about flame wars that would happen.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. I mean, I would like it. I like Zexal a lot, but my God.
So what do you think people would want? It'd just be
GX.
GX?
GX is the one that I think people would, now 5Ds I think would get a little bit of backlash. I think GX is the one that everyone would be happy with. Majority of people. You do one, the one that would obviously get the most, the one that would get the most backlash probably is Zexal, in my opinion. I think it would get more backlash than Arc 5 because I think a lot of people with an Arc 5 movie would think, oh my God, they can maybe fix what the ending was.
Right.
So they'd get excited from that aspect. Zexal's ending was great. So you don't even really need a movie to wrap up any loose ends there for what the main story was supposed to tell. So it'd be interesting. Again, that's just my opinion. I might be wrong about that, but I think the Gen 1ers, people that are obviously not watching this channel anymore, the Duel Monsters, GX 5Ds people, I think they'd be very vocal and very angry, but they're
What
always
if we get
angry
that
about
Brains
something.
movie, man? Give us the
Brains movie
conclusion.
would be a cool one.
Give us the
Yeah.
conclusion.
Brains movie would be a cool
But
one.
first, before that, they should probably air the rest of the show.
The last 26 episodes. Yeah, I
Brains
know.
2.
Yeah, we got robbed
Somewhere
of
in a
26
dark
episodes.
office room at Gallup, there's storyboards.
Oh,
The storyboard's written for those couple final
you
arcs.
cannot convince me otherwise.
They're sitting there.
Cannot convince me otherwise.
In a
That final season was 18 episodes. It should have been 46 episodes. And what a difference that would have made.
It's the classic Game of Thrones sticking
I don't want to talk about it.
sticking like 2 seasons worth of episodes into a half a season.
Yeah, absolutely. Horrible.
Release the Yoshida cut of Brains.
Who said that?
We should have banned Alex.
Alex.
We should have banned
I'm
Alex
making him a
Wallace.
mod. Make him a mod right now.
You went from banning to mod all in one stream.
That was
Yep.
big.
Alex has come full circle.
Oh, God. X-Slayer, I got to thank you again, man. Huge donation. And I hope you're right. I hope you are right. I hope we get a movie, Zexal movie. I'd be honestly, you guys know me. Any movie for
movie.
any series, I'm going to be over the moon with.
Absolutely.
So, of course. Is that it?
We have one more, unless there's any. I don't know if there's any more in the
Check the
link,
link.
but the last one as of right now is Kaya with 2 more real. Real life pigeons were not choices in the orphanage. Is that what he said?
Yeah, we're not
So-
chosen.
yeah, so
probably
chosen
We're not
in the-
chosen
So
Yeah.
they wanted to adopt one. There was no pigeons there. So they said, "Well, we
Yeah.
gotta take this kid."
Yeah.
So and then they brought
It
him
literally
in.
is reverse Stuart Little.
Yeah.
It's great. Great point, Kyle. We got 2 more through the link. Limestone donated $1. Thank you, Limestone. Would Nail ask Gakuto to take Ronze back? I think he has, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
think
think he took her
he's
back
begging.
after the hunt duel.
He's begging. At
I
this
think
point.
Rons would go back to Gakuto if he won because then he would be of like higher power,
Right.
more deserving of her like.
It'd be great if Gakuto didn't take her back.
Yeah. I would also like a little
Then
bit
she
more.
goes on a villain arc.
Yes.
Rons
I
dies.
w- Nice, dude, that is good.
That was good.
I would. This guy.
That's the dark
That
side
was
of this show.
That was actually the best thing he's ever said.
Runs, dies.
Oh man, it's getting late.
And we have one more.
Yes.
X-Slayer, thank you for the $1 donation.
That was good,
Since
man.
we are getting the new summoning arc mechanic in the next arc in season, I want Goha or Nail the type of character that will create the new mechanic, mostly an extra deck mechanic, that will have our character develop of the Rush Duel game. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree, X-Slayer. I think it would be really cool if Nail or a character like Nail was the one who maybe made that.
It makes
Right.
sense.
It would make the most sense.
Yeah. I think the new mechanic creation is involved with what's going on in this tournament. The old server, the tournament, turning people into zombies, which we have no idea why that's happening. I think it'll
Imagine
all...
if they never go back to that.
That'd be crazy,
I
dude.
think it'll all come
Well,
to
didn't
fruition.
didn't they kind of try to blow it off that they were like all just exhausted from dueling so much?
Yeah, but why were they being forced to duel? It seemed like it was out of their control.
Well, yeah, no, I know. I'm just like that's like what it made it,
Yeah, it would
seem like.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Maybe they were all super full.
The king
from
is
eating
here.
all the can.
Jack
Jack
Atlas.
Atlas just showed in the chat.
Also, Jay Bates, great comment there. Weird thing about Kaizo knew all about the server, about how that's kind of weird too.
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
Well, he had the
Well,
honesty button.
He
Remember?
had the honesty button, but why would he know about the Goha servers?
maybe-
he used to be a Goha drone. Maybe I mean he was.
He
before
was.
Yuga
But
modified
also,
it.
I mean,
Secret
we know that
information.
it only takes like a couple, like what, 6 seconds or point, like a certain amount of time for them to communicate.
Thank
maybe. Once
you
the server
for
was revealed,
the
he was able to communicate
dono.
with it and know exactly if it was capable of that or
Could
not.
be. Or he's not. He's. What if he's the villain that's responsible
Dude,
for
I mean,
all it?
that would be just crazy because he's already turned on us. So now if he just
Yeah.
goes even further back,
But that
Didn't,
was all 4D chess.
he's playing a huge game of Fortnite.
We got one more. Goose
Actually, 2
777. I love the angel donation. That's a big donation, Goose. What's good? Magic 8 Ball Pete, Ninja Master Nick Tate, New Nuzlocke Cal, Roman Empire, Imposter Dylan.
Nice.
You can always get a panel in future conversations for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything cast. Love the character development in the show so far. And here's to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything fam. If you don't remember, Goose was a big featured member at that Jump Festa 2019
Yeah.
Set him
event.
right in the middle, right?
Hopefully at 2021, Goose, you will be right back at this table. We love you, man.
Oh, yeah.
You have supported us not only monetarily but emotionally for many
Oh my
years
God,
now.
absolutely.
You are just way too kind of a dude. We all light up whenever you come in the chat. Thank you, Goose. You're amazing.
We get a button that would go.
Yeah,
Yeah, we will do
that's
that.
its own button.
And then Kaio runs, dies, got cutality. Got
Right?
cutality.
Crazy mentality.
I think they just added those 2 characters to Mortal Kombat.
Oh god. You guys are all honestly all incredible. You're all incredible. And by the way, if anyone is interested in some merch, we'll be adding more merch as well as it goes on. But if you're interested in merch like the Roman Empire, we got Rook Mania. We got some Luna Lights for Life posters as well and shirts. You can click the link right there in the chat.
Do you have like an exclamation point merch yet?
No, I got to
If
set
you
that
should
up
add
as a
that.
command. Most items are up on that shop. We also have that Yusei poster if you want to get that on a shirt or get that hanging up in your basement or bedroom. We have all these designs as well on posters, a lot of different colors that you can choose from, long sleeve, short sleeve. Definitely check it out. The link is right there. And again, if Roman wins, we're giving away 3 of these shirts during the season finale. Maybe we'll do that anyway. Honestly, you guys have been amazing. But anyway, that's going to pretty much wrap things up here. I stream on Twitch. I see I've gotten a few Twitch followers. I'm on Twitch Sundays for an Arc 5 watch along, 11 a.m. That's been a blast. Every Monday night, every Tuesday night, and usually every Thursday night. Might be off tomorrow night on Twitch. Or I might be doing a game of Super Mario Party with Cal and some other people, but we will see. These 3 all have amazing stuff going on. Everything they have doing is linked in the description. I'll let you guys promote. Follow them. Cal, Nick TP, thank you once again for doing this with me. You guys are all amazing.
Always happy.
Thanks for
Always.
having us.
Super appreciative.
You look
Yeah.
like you had something to
Yeah,
say.
real quick before we get in, I just wanted to address it. So Chiosi came in with the whole server thing and the
Yeah.
Kaizo. Well, looking at the server, anyone with the technical know-how would be able to figure out that it isn't the real server. It's way too old and doesn't look right.
That's true.
fair.
Well,
It's a
so
very fair point.
I don't know.
It's pretty.
I don't,
I
It's got,
guess
like,
I just
tape
don't
rings.
trust Kaizo ever.
not only that, I also don't know if it's not the real server, but if it
Well,
was just being misled or misrepresented by the person who wrote the note because they wanted that old hub to be uncovered.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Is it the real or is it a decoy? That's a good point. That's a
It's a
good
red herring.
It always is.
could be. But anyway, follow these guys. And thank you for making Sevens Up part of your Wednesday nights. We're not done yet.
Oh, so should we promote?
Yeah,
or...
it's your turn, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, I stream on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/CalBreezy. That's CalBreeZzy. I don't really have like a set schedule, but right now I'm doing a Pokemon Fire Red random Nuzlocke. I also stream some first-person shooter games like Call of Duty Warzone or Valorant. I might be streaming some Fortnite tomorrow with our friend Dredger.
Nice.
Or not tomorrow, Friday. I might also stream tomorrow. I don't know yet.
TBD.
I don't have a real set schedule because sometimes work keeps me until like 9 o'clock at night and I don't get a chance to go. But follow me over there and you'll probably see Dylan on there sometimes playing games with me too.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. So I play a bunch of music. I am in a band called Mom Fight. If you're into loud, noisy hardcore, you can go check us out. We've got like 7 songs on all streaming platforms. And you can follow us on Mom Fight NJ on any social media platform. I make music myself as Nameling NJ on all social media platforms. My EP, Ask Again, is literally everywhere you can stream music. And I implore you to do so because I'm trying to get those numbers way up. So I would love that support. I have a new song coming out this summer that I'm working on. So be on the lookout for that. And I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/NickFightsMoms, where I stream a whole bunch of stuff. Namely some like retro stuff. I've been playing Ninja Gaiden and it's been kicking my ass. It's so hard. It's so hard. Yeah. But you can watch me get really frustrated and fail at that game. So come hang.
Yeah, run the channel, YouTube, Clueless Gamers. Do usually TV show reactions, movie reviews, sometimes trailer reactions. We're doing the MCU in a couple weeks. Loki is going to be starting in about 2.5 or so weeks. So stay tuned for that. And I'm sure you will see some familiar faces there reacting as well. Dylan and I are also in the process of starting the series Invincible over on Amazon Prime. So look out for those reactions coming to the channel as well. And for any other updates on that or general life stuff, follow me on Twitter at PPicaro21.
Can't thank these guys enough. Follow all of them. Everything they promoted, every single thing they promoted is in the description. Follow them. It's the least that you guys can do. And I know a lot of you already do, which just thank you guys for that. Yes. Because again, I am just a quarter of the team here for 7's Up. So thank you guys again for making Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up one of the most fun, probably the most fun stream that I do on this channel. And it's absolutely incredible. I'm honored. Roman Empire. Long live the Roman Empire. Thank you all so much for watching. Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, episode 48. Snowbody's perfect. Love all of you guys. Special thank you to Drago, X-Slayer, and Otis for the massive donations. You guys are all incredible. Thank you so much for your amazing support. Thank you, Cal, Nick T. Pete, and the rest of the team here. Thank you all, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, everyone.
See you guys.
Peace.